And we are live. Welcome back, everybody, to Gods versus Eldritch Horrors. We're starting a little bit late. We had some things to sort it out with the party before this starting. There's some surprises that may be coming in the near future. And if you're following us since the previous week, and if you are one of the new subscribers that subscribe to this channel, there are quite a number of you. Thank you so much. You are awesome. I'm sending inspiration to all of you, and may you always roll nat 20s forever. And thank you very much for subscribing to our channel and for engaging with us. We have doubled down on our giveaway as we've met our 1,000 subscribers milestone, and thanks to that, we are now offering a bunch of new prizes. We have a bundle of core D&D books, 2024 books, as one of the prizes. We have HeroClix minis. We have tickets for you to come and play a one-shot with one of our professional GMs. We have Lego minis. We have there's like 15 different prizes. If you are curious and you want to join, check it out in our message board in our YouTube channel. There's a post there with the link to the giveaway, and all the prizes are explained there. Also, as part of these live streams, as promised, until the conclusion of the giveaway, I'm going to be releasing a secret code in all our live streams where you can use that secret code to go to the giveaway and get yourself some extra entries. So if you are following up our live streams, there's an opportunity for you to get an even bigger share, or better chances to get a bigger share of the loot for this giveaway. And with that, if you haven't been following up with this campaign before, and it's your first time and you're looking into what is this about? Well, in here we're playing D&D 2024 versus Call of Cthulhu. Yes, we're playing 2024 demigods from the D&D Multiverse, and the whole party is made of demigods, and it's a campaign where sanity comes to die. It's a campaign where the deeper our demigods go, the more the world makes absolutely no sense to them. And that's exactly how we like it. From recent findings of regenerating trolls to placenta-shaped elevators and perhaps the worst baby shower in history, time is unraveling all sorts of new layers of horrors for these demigods, and that is the whole premise of the campaign. The multiverse buckles, the far realm stirs. Somewhere beneath Theros, there's and actually insidious across the entire multiverse. The hunger of the multiverse is trying to consume the creation of AO in the multiverse of D&D, and these demigods, for whatever reason, and for their own personal morbid curiosity, they are interested in learning more about the far realm, this very secretive knowledge that those who know tend to keep to themselves in the multiverse. All the other gods, they don't seem really interested in learning, while these demigods here, they are the curious kinds of demigods, and they've been engulfed in more than one time in shenanigans related to the far realm. And now, somewhere beneath Theros, there is an experiment that festers. There is this laboratory that I guess it's half laboratory, half abomination. There's a living meatball of flesh, sinew, and bile, where there is this scientist called the Lord Cu, an ancient entity with a PhD in nope. Let's not talk. Nope, that's not good. That's a biological. Perhaps biological deformities, and he's conducting divine experiments, trying to grow godhood, just like you grow a vegetable. Well, not just like it, he's growing like hydroponically in a laboratory, in a test tube. And our demigods, they are not on the guest list. They are here as perhaps falling into a trap to become the next test subjects, or or they are going to be able to destroy this scientific progress. I mean, scientific progress in the world of D&D? No, no, that's a sacrilege. You gotta deal with that. So it isn't just about power anymore. It's about identity. It's becoming a little bit about origin and the gory mechanics of creation. Because when even the gods don't know where the gods come from, that's when things start to get interesting. But before I tell you what happened in the last session, first of all, let me figure out what's happened with my sound, because there you go. And let's get to know our party, our protagonists of tonight. We have Lumpa, our goddess of blade singers. Fierce, unpredictable, and probably bipolar. Somewhat overqualified to be crawling through sinew tubes, but hey, she's here now. And also maybe ready to become a research assistant for the sake of scientific progress, Lumpa? Or are you experiencing some sort of anxiety on a divine level? Say hello to our audience and tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight, Lumpa.
Just wow. Wow. I mean, you started well, but then the way the story went, hi everyone. The beginning of your description was there on spot, but no, no, I don't like whom I met here, so definitely not gonna be doing any experiments, nothing. Let's
Very
see,
well.
though.
Very well. I think
The
that's
bipolarity, the bipolarity in me, maybe, but no, I don't think so.
very well. Very well. And then next in our party we have Arlith, the god of holistic knowledge, emotionally and magically drained at the current moment, but still somehow hurling some obscure cantrips and even some sort of moral superiority like confetti at a parade. He's just throwing out there as he's learning faster than he can forget, which is unfortunate, because some of this knowledge that he acquired can't be unlearned. So Arlet, our god of holistic knowledge, tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight. Say hello to our audience.
Well, I was a little miffed at first that my spells were getting not as effective as they should have been, but that's just an excuse to sling more spells, I think. So really, it's a win-win.
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, it's a win. That's a positive way of spinning things when the perspective is dire. And then we have Ixtihu, our protector of wild magic sanctuaries, turned into a full-grown time dragon to claw at the notion that the gods aren't unique snowflakes. I guess he's still majestic. He's still mad. And he's now fighting this deformed fetus looking like demigod. I guess Ixtihu is the guardian of wild magic sanctuary, therefore also a little bit of a guardian of chaos. And now he's playing kind of a tour guide as well as through this worst anatomical museum ever. Ixtihu, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Ixtihu is disgusted and horrified and very, very, very angry. Just absolutely furious.
Very well. Oh, I should not have been drinking water when you said that. I was halfway through a sip of water that almost flew into my computer.
Sorry about
that. Very well. That disgusted was he had so much passion in it. Disgusted. All right, and finally, we have Manimarco, our god of purity of soul, who is staring at the moral abyss and asking, "Can we kill this fetus thing without it being a whole thing?" Uh, perhaps, Manimarcos. I mean, you were the first one charging to perform that abortion, and yet. And you were heading first, and you found some reading tentacles on the way. And I guess you're trying to purify science with a smite. What could go wrong? Manimarco, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Metamarco has had rather enough of this mockery of divinity. Not, because not only did this guy, make a false god, because that's what it is. He stole divine power to do it, so he's robbed the divine and made a mockery of it. And Metamarco's not super happy about that, and he is really standing for this man's downfall.
Excellent. Very well, Manimarco, very well. And then let's tell our audience a little bit about how you how what happened in the last session, how you guys got to this point. So after descending to a membrane birthing platform that they found in this cold storage looking place, you heard that right. It's they got themselves into this strange laboratory, and while they were in this strange laboratory, they found a cold storage room full of all sorts of creatures that have been kidnapped from the surface world of Theros. And these archaic-looking mind flayers were performing all sorts of experiments on them, and our party discovered that they were removing their brains and turning their brains into a sentient aberration-looking creature that looked like a mix between a brain with crab legs and a scorpion with a tail made of a spine, and that floats in the air. I guess that's a fair description. And yes, they found themselves into this living laboratory. The walls are made of flesh, twitching floors, all sorts of ethical violations of proper science being conducted here, and all sorts of and inside they found the pods with lots of these creatures in stasis, except for one that was still mid-experiment, and they saved this blacksmith named Gosha, an orc-backed blacksmith from Theros. They also found these archaic mind flayers operating with chirurgical focus on a half-dead troll hanging from a wall, which they've managed to save, and they discovered that that was actually a black market merchant named Baby Legs Troll. And yes, he does have baby legs. After the party grew them back together, he has a big mouth, but he has small legs. And Gosha the blacksmith was kidnapped with his brother, and brought to this lab, and now he's hell-bent on revenge, because he discovered that in the pod right next to him was unfortunately the corpse of his brother. And yes, the troll was being endlessly dissected, and the party did a good thing and saved him, I think. And they destroy all the floating brain spine horrors, possibly made of the podded victims, and they jump into the placenta-like transportation pad that birthed them into the core chamber of this laboratory, where they've met Lord Siu himself, floating into this technological-looking platform that feels like a metal tensor floating disk. Oh, people really go far with technology when they want to replace magic for technology. Oh my God, so archaic. And yes, there was this massive device in the north wall of the room with a deformed, it looks like a fetus-shaped deformed god that has been created out of test tubes, and still had a bunch of, I guess you could say, umbilical cords connecting it to the machine. And yes, it had powers. It was created, not born. It was grown, not chosen like the rest of you. And it's still very, very powerful. It can divine negate spells and magic. And of course, this party really likes to sweep their existential questions under the rug, and they work really hard to do so. And and the first reaction to seeing something that has the powers that they do grown in laboratory is, well, let's burn it. Let's burn it down. Let's destroy it. And combat erupt. Xtu became this dragon the size of a freight train, adult time dragon, which is about the same size as the gigantic deformed fetus-looking god. And then Marco waded into the reading tentacles, trying to smite everything like a madman. Loompa summoned her Blade of Disaster, which she tried to use to attack, but it just scratched the surface. I mean, the Lord Seal didn't even blink after the attack. Then Arlet, it's already half drained through all the experiences he had here, but he was still hurling some knowledge, and well, and if there was one, he would probably hurling a chair as well at the enemy, because they spells, well, some of them have landed, some of them he's not that sure. And amid all of these questions looms, well, they're looming in the mind of our gods as they see that their godhood can be manufactured. It really makes you guys think, what makes you special? Why did you have to work so hard to become a demigod if this guy can just fabricate one in laboratory? Perhaps there is an injection you could have taken, or a potion you could have drinking, and you would have become a demigod. Who knows? It would have give you such a big shortcut in life. Anyway, the fetus god pulses, the machine hums, and the questions are still festering as our gods are working really hard to ignore them. So let's begin. Let's get back to our laboratory. As I'll give you guys, of course, some time to figure out what you want to do this turn. We were back at the top of the initiative in the last session, with Marco being the first one to act. But I'll give you guys a few minutes to think about your strategy here. Now, and role-playing and discuss with yourselves what you want to do. Gosha is on the back, hiding behind Loompa and Arleth, as Gosha is afraid is poisoned and afraid of Lord Cu. Marco is still fighting a tentacle. Yes, this is no longer a PG-13 session, and he's fighting a tentacle really bad. He's been fighting since he stepped on that floor. And Loompa has summoned this Blade of Disaster that she's concentrating on to try and attack Lord Cu, who is about 5 feet up in the air. Then, in the last session, Xtu turned himself into this adult time dragon, and is fighting directly the fetus god, and yes, that creature is about 10 feet up in the air, and giving disadvantage to everything that Xtu is doing. And well. It reminds me, Xtu, I have to add your adult time dragon form to your place in the initiative. and I guess this is an adult time XT heal. And well, it's I think, yeah, that's pretty much where you stand. Oh, and at the end of the last session, the deformed fetus god has indeed summoned 5 rats to come into this room and play with you guys. So let me give you some time to think about what you want to do. You definitely should come up with some sort of strategy.
What is the challenge rating of Gasha per chance, or the level if he's a leveled character?
I'm guessing not very high.
No, but
Pretty sure we shouldn't. Rely on him for.
well, yeah, I
much
was gonna,
many.
polymorph him, but I can't really polymorph him into. I don't know how powerful I can make him.
Oh yeah.
So I think I'm going to Misty Step, back towards the party.
you're gonna back out of there.
Well, I am all the way on the other end. I think I should Misty Step to here. And then I'm going to cast Summon Celestial.
Oh.
Because that guy's flying, and I'm tired of him flying, and I can't reach him down here.
How high up is he?
I think he was
How
like
much?
10 feet or something.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I don't
So
think
I
I
could
can
probably
fly
jump up
anymore.
and reach him, but that's
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you have
Unfortunately,
a thrown weapon?
I have a thrown weapon, yeah, but I could throw it once, and then how am I gonna get it back?
Oh, I thought it was returning. No, my bad.
No. Nope, its benefit is the big aura around me. So I guess it's better to hold on to it to keep the aura. You know what? Next time I get into, we're in downtime, I'm gonna use the Divine Infusion to give it the return function.
I like
Let's-
that idea.
I'm sure he'd let me do it. It's such a
Yeah,
simple,
that should be a simple mechanic, yeah.
come back to me so I don't lose my stupid amazing spear or javelin. But yeah, do we have a token for the celestial?
For Celestial, you summoning a Celestial.
Yes.
What is the spell? Let me see. All right, summon Celestial.
Put it in the thing.
All right, you put it in the chat. I was not in that screen. Very well. Interesting. That spell is negated.
Damn. Alrighty then. I guess I end my turn because that's my bonus action. Well, actually, I still have my regular movement, so gonna pull back a little bit more to down here.
Very well.
Then I end my turn.
Excellent. As you stepping on the, you're counting that this is difficult terrain for you, right?
Yeah.
Very well.
I only move 4 squares, and I've got 70 movement.
Okay. Very well. And with that, Lumpa, what would you like to do?
I'm not sure. Can I roll? I don't know, investigation or I don't know, something. Any roll that I can roll. Maybe you tell me better to know a bit more about this creature, if I've ever seen one before, and if I do.
You haven't. It is indeed the first time. It is the first time, Lumpa, that you are ever facing something like this.
And
You
in
cer-
terms of knowing from words from other people.
If something has been created, and it's the first time, you're probably the first one here. As you can see, by the statues in this place that seem to be have made of other creatures. Not many creatures get out of here alive. I mean, this room has a brain connected to it.
Very encouraging. Okay. Alright, well, I don't have many options. I can't fly anymore because I have the Blade of Disaster. And can I attack with the Blade of Disaster on my normal attack, or when I attack with it, it needs to be as a bonus action?
It needs to be as a bonus action, yes. It is saying there in the text of Blade of Disaster.
It does say.
Yeah.
I thought maybe there's a way around it. Okay.
Yeah, as a bonus action on your turn, you can move the blade up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see, and then make up to 2 melee spell attacks with it again.
Alright. I'm going to have to pass on attacking with the Blade of Disaster for the moment. I'm just going to activate the Blade Song because I think I don't have it activated, right?
No, you don't.
No, because I think last time I was thinking which one should I do. And
So
I
you-
went for the Blade of Disaster. So yeah, let's
So you're
activate
not
the
attacking with the
blade.
Blade of Disaster, it's just gonna be floating there.
Just gonna be floating there for the moment, unfortunately.
Very well.
And then I will go for some simple. Oh, yeah, it's probably gonna have to be something from afar. So, Ray of Frost. Yeah, I'm gonna throw some Ray of Frost at him. So, does a 29 hit?
A 29. Who is him? Does Lord see you?
Yes.
Very well. 29 will hit, yes.
Okay, and I will do 2 of them. So there's a 24 hit.
Yes.
Alright, so that is 8d8 in total.
Very well.
Oops.
29. Yeah, that would be the end of my turn.
Very well. And with that, is now the turn of one of the rats that are afraid.
Can I make
Yeah,
a legendary action?
by all
at the end
means.
of Lumber's turn?
Yes. What would you like to do?
As a legendary action, Ixtiel is going to breathe his time breath. Which, give me 1 second to find the cone thing. There we go. And
Very well.
I can get all 3 of them. It's just a cone of shimmering, radiant force that blasts the whole thing. And how do I get this stuff?
The deformed fetus god.
No, not the. He's not breathing at the fetus god. He's breathing in a cone here. At
Lord see you.
and these 3, the 3 wraiths in the south
Very well.
corner.
Very well. All right. And okay. Show me the cone again, please.
Oh, yeah. Boop, just like that.
Very well.
Oh, and yeah, and they all need to make a DC 20 con save.
Yeah. And Lord see you pass, all the wraiths fail. And there's a secondary effect as well to failing, right? They get asynchronous with time or something like that, if I remember correctly.
Yes. They are magically weakened and desynchronized from the time stream. While a creature is in this state, attack rolls against it have advantage. It is also poisoned. Yeah. Has the poison condition. Yeah.
As the poison condition. Very well.
I guess
And-
unless they're immune to it.
And there's advantage against them, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna
That's
Put
a
there.
very cool legendary action. I like that. It's doing quite a lot.
very well.
Time breath. Awesome.
Yeah.
And that's the, I assume you conclude that, and that is now the turn of that Wraith that you just hit, and it's going to go after Manimarco, of course. Manimarco is no longer grappled because he used Missed Step. Let me take that out of you. And this creature is going to attack you, but it has disadvantage. So it's going to do a life drain. Oh, you shouldn't be seeing that. That's a 9, which I assume is not going to hit you.
Nope.
Very well.
That was really hot.
And here comes the next attack. And that's a dirty 20. Oh, no, that's a 10. Sorry. It's disadvantage. Very well. I assume that won't hit you. And that's the end of that creature's turn. Adult Time Dragon XT. What would you like to do?
He's now going to look at the fetus god and time breath again. Just right into its face.
Isn't that a rechargeable ability? You have to recharge. Roll a
Yeah,
d6
it's
at the
charged
start of
5
your
to
turn.
6.
Yeah.
Yes. Where is the...
On a 5 or a 6, you can do that.
Okay. Pull that from... Ah, dang. Okay. Guess he's not gonna be doing the time breath then. Instead, he will make 3 rend attacks. He's just gonna start ripping at this thing's face with his claws.
Very well.
Does 20 hit?
20. Yes, it does.
Awesome. That is 11 slashing, 2 force. That's a nat 1, so that definitely doesn't hit. And another 16 slashing and 5 force damage.
Very
As
well.
He's just like tearing away with his giant dragon claws right in this thing's face.
Very good. And yes, you can hear this baby-like scream of the creature of pain. As you are hurting it. And try to sleep tonight. After that. And is that the end of... What else is the adult time dragon XT heal doing?
Think that's... So I'm not gonna go anywhere else. I think that's all. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. That's gonna end his turn.
Very well. And it's now everyone's favorite time. It's layer action time! Woohoo! Yes, thank you. Thank you, everybody. It's layer action time. It's everybody's favorite time. And, and during layer action time, the layer has its own mind in this place. So, oh boy.
Oh,
What
I
fun
just
things.
realized actually that time breath should have hit the brain and the ceiling as well, shouldn't it? Because the ceiling's only 15 feet.
How large was that cone? It was a 60-foot
It's a
cone, right?
60-foot cone, yeah.
Okay. Yes, it would have hit. Yes. But it's, well, the ceiling can't be asynchronous with time, so as it doesn't have an attack, so I'm just gonna give the damage. What kind of damage was? Force damage, right? Okay, so it takes
Yeah, force
damage. Okay, very well.
Although if it fails the DC, then if it can't... Oh, okay, so it's not poison though?
It's not poison, it's an object. Well, for all intended purpose, works as an object. Although it's alive. I know it's a thin line for me too. I'm dangling in that thin line. I'm just I'm just walking here on the edge of the knife. There is it is a living laboratory that somehow still counts as an object. All right, and this going back to where was I? The layer action time. You all feel as if the walls and every single cell in this place suddenly starts to scream, and you start to see these flashes of psionic looking mouths appearing close to you and screaming near you, and suddenly the entire room feels like it's shaking, and even your forms in your body feels like the outlinings of your physical forms are vibrating. And everyone gotta do a DC 24 con saving throw to avoid 68 points of psychic damage, 68 points of thunder damage, and you lose concentration on spells if you fail.
Let's go.
Very well. Everybody passed. That's so much fun. Very nice. And let me calculate the damage now. So 68 points. So that's the psychic. This is the thunder. So who has protection against psychic? Lumpa, you've passed. You take 10 psychic, 5. And remind me who else had resistance to psychic?
Do I count my resistances and do I count my defenses from Ixtiul or from the Time Dragon for this?
What? Remind me, you're using shape shifting, right?
Shape change, yeah.
Shape change, yes. So shape change, you have. Let's check. Your gaming statistics are replaced by the stat block of the chosen form, but you retain your creature type, alignment, personality, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores, hit point, hit dice, proficiencies, and ability to communicate. If you have a spellcasting feature, you retain that too. So, in this case, it's proficiency. It's no, you don't retain it. So use the dragon ones.
All right, then no, I am not resistant or immune to any of those.
Very well. So you take, you've passed, so you take 24 points of altogether damage. Manny Marco, you've passed as well, so you take 24 as well. And Arlith, for you as well, you take 24. Now, as all of you are here and the mouths are going to continue shouting around you, the psychic mouths that you were seeing, they continue to scream. They will only stop screaming at the end of the next layer action turn. So until then, every time you start your round in this area, you gotta do that. You gotta do that con save again. If you fail the con save, you can't concentrate on spells. For those of you concentrating on spells. Very well. So, Lumpa, concentration check for me, please. You took damage.
It's not my turn.
You took damage.
Oh, okay.
And same for you, XT Heal, because as a time dragon, I have to concentrate on shape change.
A saving throw or a check?
As a well, it's a Constitution saving throw, but it's a concentration check.
Yeah. I was just curious if you want me a saving throw.
Very well,
Oh,
both of you pass.
23?
Yeah, it's low enough.
Okay.
Yeah. And with that, that's the end of the layer action turn, and it's now the turn of another rat that is going to attempt to attack Manny Marco for an 11 and a 17. I assume none of those hit you. With the disadvantage came in handy. Arlith, what would you like to do? Whoa, and the zoom is out.
All right. I'm not going to move, but what I will attempt to do is a mass suggestion on the 5 wraiths.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Oh, hold on. I might be. I probably can't speak with them, can I?
You can certainly try.
Do I think that they would understand me?
Well, they are definitely intelligent creatures.
Okay.
I mean, you were
I
talking to
will-
Lord Siu just a few moments earlier, weren't you?
But yeah, but these guys just got here. You know, you never know with minions and all.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see what I can do. I will pop a mass suggestion.
Yeah.
Make DC 27 wisdom saves, and then I will just tell them to do 10,000 jumping jacks in place.
The wraiths,
Yes.
jumping jacks.
Yes.
Very well. All of them. That's a DC 27 wisdom saving throw. All right. Let's see if they can burn some calories. Yep. All of them accept your suggestion.
Okay.
And they start to do jumping jacks.
All right.
And
Let's
no,
hope they
I'm just kidding. They're immune to be charmed.
Oh, that's of course it is.
That was cruel. That was cruel.
Just a little bit. They look at you. You know, the first couple of them start to do jumping jacks, but then they just look at you and they go like, nah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's unfortunate. Let's see what is it. Oh wait.
Immune to charming. Wow.
Yeah, I should have known that actually, but you know,
Well, it's worth the shot.
it was worth. It would have
Yeah.
been funny if they just did jumping jacks for the rest of the. That'll I think be it for this turn. Then I don't have. I will pop a bonus action bardic inspiration onto Loompa now.
Very well. That's a D12 for you, Loompa.
Thank you.
What can your bardic inspiration be used for, Arleth?
It is any D20 test. When they fail, once within an hour, when you fail a D20 test, you can roll it.
Very well. Very well.
Thank you.
And with that, as a legendary action, Lord Siu is going to release a psychic attack, and all of you got to do a DC 24 Wisdom saving throw, or you can't see any creatures in this room for 1 minute. So you're effectively blinded. Yes, 24 Wisdom save.
And with the Time Dragon's legendary resistance, he is going to pass.
Very well.
I'm not sure why I'm rolling 2 times. I'm really.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mini
But
Marco,
do-
you have disadvantage, don't forget. Mani Marco has disadvantage on this.
Is there any aura that gives us
Shame.
a plus of
Shame.
something? Oh,
Um,
nice.
there is an aura. Everybody has mythic auras, and you do have you pass because of the auras. And the same for Mini Marco, because all of you have a plus.
Oh, he rolled a net 20.
All of you have a +6 because of your demigod auras.
Right, disadvantage. Although I think for
Oh,
this,
yeah.
although I think
With disadvantage, you've passed because of the auras.
And as a reaction
Amazing.
to using my legendary resistance, I'm going to use reactive rend and claw again at the giant baby god.
Very well.
Aura also gives +3 to saving throws, so my actual aura.
Very well.
+3.
Ooh.
And yes, you and Arleth are in his aura. So a 30 will hit, and you hear that as you hit that deformed fetus god again. And
Roars in its face, like right back at it.
very well. As you roar back, you can see a little tear dropping from the eye of the deformed fetus god. But that just might be because he thought you were a puppy. Now you're a bad puppy. As a bonus action, this Lord Seal will teleport 30 feet here with his entire apparatus, and he's going to focus his attention on the Time Dragon for this round. So Time Dragon, first attack. You gotta roll he points a gun at you, and you gotta roll a DC 24 con saving throw to avoid 75 points of psychic damage. You heard that right. Because of the auras you've passed, so you take half of that, 38, round it up, and now that's one of his attacks. Here comes another one.
Is this the same? Is this the same round in which I used the my reactive rend?
Yes, just now. Absolutely, it is.
Okay, all right. So that was still on.
Yeah, the round starts on Mini Marco and ends on the fetus, the deformed fetus god.
Oh no! I mean, sorry. Is this the same turn?
The same turn? Yes, it is.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. If you're checking for reaction purposes, then yes. So you gotta wait. All right. So with that, there's no secondary effect, and you took 38 points of psychic damage. And all right. And now Lord Siu is going to attempt to mentally grapple you, psionically grapple you, convince you that you're grappled, like he did to Mini Marco. And you gotta do a DC 24 intelligence saving throw to avoid psychic damage and being psychically grappled. That's such a fun power.
Why am I not seeing a intelligence save on the dragons?
If it doesn't have it, it's because it's not proficient, so you can just roll the normal one. The normal intelligence check.
It's intelligence, so I rolled that from Ixtiul's, though, right?
Yes, that is true. Yeah, right. That is true.
Oh, come on. All right, well, legendary resistance time again. He passes.
How many of those you have?
3 per day.
Okay, so that's your last one. Because you used one last session and 2 now.
Yes.
Very well.
That sounds correct.
Very well. And you've passed that one, so you take half of the 45 psychic damage. You take another 23 points of psychic damage, and here comes the third attack, and all right. You gotta do a DC 24 investigation check against this.
I'm assuming I make that from Steel's sheet as well.
Yes. He's projecting something into your mind.
Nat 20.
Excellent. You get inspiration for that. He tries to...
Does anybody else need?
Does anyone else? Who?
All right. I'll give it to Arlen.
Very well. And he tries to convince you for a brief moment that his appearance and what he looks like is not Lord See-You, but it's in fact Mani Marco. And you, for a but you blink your eyes, you shake your head, and you snap out of it as you realize this whole place is trying to mess with your brain. And that's the end of his turn. And it's now the turn of the rats, and the first rate is going to come to Arlith, all the way there, and it's going to attack you twice, Arlith. That's a 23 and a nat 1.
The 23 will hit.
Well, he came jumping jacking towards you, and he hits you for 25 points of necrotic damage. Here's the kicker, though. Your hit point maximum is reduced by an equal amount. So reduce your maximum in your character sheet by 25. You can recover this after a long rest. So you take 25 points on your current and on your maximum HP. And then it rolls a nat 1 because it decided to jump in jack in front of you for a little bit more if it's mocking you. They are undead, but their sense of humor is not. And here comes the next one, and that's a 14 and an 8, and doesn't hit Money Marco. And one more, and this one's gonna go to the Adult Time Dragon. Is the closest creature to it. 18 and nat 20 on an Adult Time Dragon. Adult Time Dragon, an 18 will miss you, right? But a nat 20 will reduce.
Yeah,
that will be
misses.
32 points of necrotic damage. And
This is a new turn, so I get to make a reaction with
It's-
which
it's-
he's going to.
it's not a new
times-
turn. It's not a new turn. It's still the same turn.
Well, because before it was Lord Seul's turn. Now it's this Wraith's turn,
What?
right?
How many reactions does the Time Dragon has?
3 per round, but only 1 per turn.
Ah, yes. Okay. All right. Very well. So yes, what would you like to do?
So
Time
he's
Sleep.
going to use Time Slip, which he reduces the damage by half. He just kind of like fades away and isn't where when the blow gets there, he's just sort of an after image as he just bloop, teleports away temporally.
Very well. And he halves the damage. Okay, so you get 16 back. Excellent. All right, and with that, it's now legendary action time for the deformed fetus god, and the creature will release a wail. Everybody in the room gotta do a DC 24 Constitution saving throw, or you gain 1 level of exhaustion.
I'm using my inspiration.
Yes, Arlette, you really need to, because you already have a level of exhaustion.
How many exhaustion levels does it take to just kill you?
6.
I'm also going to use my inspiration. There we go.
Very well. I assume everybody passed. For those of you holding concentration, roll a concentration check. DC 24.
Well, I guess I'm no longer holding.
You're no longer holding concentration. You are back to your old self.
I don't know why it's rolling 2 times. Am I doing something wrong?
What did I? What did I? Yeah, I switched wrong.
It might be a setting.
You might, yeah, you might have put it there to automatically roll advantage or roll advantage every time on your Beyond 20.
When it rolls with advantage, does it not show it as in one thing, and it says advantage below, and then it puts both numbers in the same?
Yeah, it might be a little update your Beyond 20. That might solve the problem. All right, and Loompa, you're still holding concentration on that Blade of Disaster for whatever reason, and well, it's now the turn of the god, and yes.
Can I activate my mythic trait?
Yes, you can. Can you tell our audience, since this is the first time you're going to do it, can you tell our audience what would you like to do when you activate your mythic trait? What is that? What is a mythic trait? And how does it look like?
As we're mythic creatures, when we drop below 100 hit points, hint, hint, we can activate a mythic trait. And right now, we can just basically take a full another out of turn order turn. Eventually, we can do macros too, but we're not there yet.
We'll be there in the next arc.
We'll be there next time.
And very well. You have one full turn out of order. What would you like to do?
Well, first, I'm going to throw a lightning bolt at this wraith's face. Is there...
Lightning bolt where?
So I can't really... directly
This guy?
towards the wraith.
Yeah.
No. The wraith in front of me.
Very well.
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry. That's the. Oh, I do have to do it at a. Where is the spell? Am I blind? There we are. Yes, I am. That's the answer, by the way. DC 27 deck save for a 5th level casting of lightning bolt. Total
And there's
45 damage.
some people that are gonna watch this and gonna be like, DC 27. What in the damn? How is that possible, Arleth? And
my wizard spells have a much more reasonable 21 spell save, so if that makes you feel better.
roll a nat 20, and it's gonna take 18 points of lightning damage.
Okay. I
Silvery
will.
barbs.
All right. Now it rolled a 5.
Ha.
Okay.
Good one. I will use my bonus action to give Manny Marco a bardic inspiration, and I can't move without proccing an opportunity attack, right?
That is true. Yes.
From this, but I didn't know if I was maybe
unless
raised
you
above
have
the
a
5 foot, but
unless you have some feat that allows you to do so.
no, I'm not. Not fancy that way.
You're not a college of sword bards, or
No.
Mhm.
I got lore. I had to get those, those other classes spells, those juicy spell lists.
very well.
So I will not move, and instead, why does this say 30? Okay, 55.
To who your advantage goes to, Lumpa, for the silver barbs.
I'll give it to Xtihu. Xtihu?
Very well. And Arleth, you're saying? So you staying right there?
Yes, I will stay where I am, and I just have, I guess, a reaction that I can use for an opportunity attack now. I think I
Excellent.
already had my reaction, so it's fine. But yeah, that'll be my turn. Or my,
Very well.
My mythic
And-
turn.
Very well.
Can I also make a mythic trait? I use my mythic trait since I'm below 100 health.
Very well. By all means.
Alright. Gonna start with cure wounds on myself at 8th level. Just gonna touch himself and just heal for a whole bunch.
Okay.
For 85.
That's very well. Cure wounds for 85. Very well.
He was in rough shape. And now he's mad. And as a bonus action, he is going to cast Grasping Vine at 7th level. Which he's going to put it right over here. Right behind Lord Seul. Gonna put it right in between Lord Seul and the deformed fetus god.
Very well.
From that spot, magical vines sprout out from the ground and attack Lord Seul, trying to just pull him toward closer to the fetus god.
As you cast it, expecting a vine to come out, instead, it's another tentacle that comes out of the ground there.
Okay. I can work with that.
Who does it work for? Is it XT Who or still for Lord?
I guess for the time being is 60 heal. That purplish
Alright.
thing there.
All right.
And wait, I think when I upcast that, this increases by. Okay, so it's actually 4 vines
4
that come
vines.
out. Yeah.
Okay.
All of which are gonna just like.
Okay,
wrap
so it's a
around- try to
tentacle
wrap around.
fest now. All right. So okay. Let me find here some proper tentacles for us to put it there. Very well. And you were saying you were attacking?
Yeah, they're all going to try to wrap around Lord Seul and just like pull him off of that disc thing.
Very well.
Oh, and deal I guess 21 bludgeoning damage.
Very well.
Oh, and I crit, didn't I? Do I double damage on a spell that crits
Yes.
like that?
Yes.
Okay.
It should have done automatically, no? Why is it not
Because
doing
I had
that?
to roll separately since it's a
Oh.
variable thing based on
I
the
see, I see.
vines. So let me roll that.
And yeah, let's try and there's one too many tentacles there now.
So that's what, 34 bludgeoning damage.
Very well. All right.
See how they like it.
Excellent. That was the attack, right? A nat 20. You get inspiration if you don't have one. And it will hit. Yeah, it will hit both of them. All right.
Oh, and then he's going to teleport. Oops. Let me measure that before I move. Yeah, I'm just gonna teleport down here. That is with blink step, so it's not an action of any kind. It's just a thing he can do after making the magic action.
Excellent.
And then he's going to fly over here.
Okay.
Over here.
Those grasping vines are concentration, right?
I believe so. Yes. Yes, they are.
Very well. And all right. And if you guys are done with your mythic actions, the deformed fetus god now is going to take its turn. Well,
Didn't it already take? his
no,
turn?
it was interrupted by you guys. It only did a legendary action.
Oh.
Very well. It starts to shout and releases this massive pulse of dark, shadowy energy that goes across the entire room. So, everybody got to do a DC 24 con saving throw to avoid 16d8 points of necrotic damage on a fail save. And as this creature just shouts and releases this darkness across the room.
No.
All right. 16d8. 78 points of necrotic damage. Oh, Arleth! Oh no, Arleth!
Arleth, you can take my inspiration. You can take my inspiration and reroll.
And Manny Markle?
No.
Oh, Arlet, still not enough. Manny Markle, did you roll?
Yeah. Give it a sec. It's still the thing. There it is.
Very well. 34 for you, Manny Markle. 34? No, sorry, 39. And XT Hugh, you take 39 as well. Roll a concentration check. Lumpa, you take 39. And Arlith, you fail this check. And you take 78 points of necrotic damage, which puts you down to 0. Arlith,
I'm resistant.
do you have
to
any last
necrotic.
words for the party as you're going down to 0? If you're talking, Arlith, we can't hear you.
Oh, well, it's okay. All I said was, oh shit.
And suddenly, all of you feel that this is somehow this is very powerful, necromantic. Perhaps the god that was created in laboratory was, perhaps that god is some sort of god of undead, because that was some very powerful necromantic ability that this creature released. And he falls prone and unconscious. And Arleth, when you fall prone and unconscious, do you have any protection against dropping to 0 hit points?
No, I do not have that boon. That would be really helpful right now.
Mm.
Don't we have a legendary thing that does that?
I thought that was the mythic trait for dropping low.
Oh, right. Yeah, never mind.
And
But how about divine resistance or something? Do you have that?
do you still have divine resistance?
Because you can automatically pass a failed saving throw.
Oh,
I
he
have
already
5 a
used
day, I don't-
he already used his legendary resistance for the day. He does have
I
divine
like
resistance
divine.
5 times a day for the cost
Yeah.
of an essence.
for one react. Hey, the one reaction that I got for my mythic action.
Very well.
All right. Well, oof.
So you don't have the reaction because you use the mythic action, the mythic trait. Very
The
well.
mythic trait gives me a reaction.
Oh yes,
Yeah. That's why I have a reaction.
very well. So with that, that is true. So with that,
Like it was all a dream. It didn't really happen.
it really didn't happen. And like for a second there, you
flashed in
guys
my
thought,
mind what could
"Oh
have
my
happened."
God!" It all just happened in your mind. Indeed. Let me give you 38. Whoa, no. You had 55 before, and now you take 39 points of damage. You're down to 16. Yes, Arlet, perhaps with a loss of blood that is causing you to trip a little bit.
woozy.
Yes,
So
you
if
just it felt like for a second there you were about to go unconscious, and you were like, "Oof, oh no, I'm still
imagine
alive."
How bad that would have been. Goodness.
Oh, I know. But here's the other piece of bad news. That's only one of its 2 attacks, so it will
Just a
choose.
quick one. I'm resistant to necrotic
Oh,
damage.
then in that
So how much-
case,
yeah, because
I'm
of my
giving you-
life order too.
and I'm giving you 19 back. Very well.
Okay. So how much do I need to take in total?
You currently at 96. And you gotta do a concentration check. Did you do it?
So you
You and
I got
XT heal.
20 damage, you mean?
Yes, you took 20 damage.
Okay, alright.
XT heal. Did you do your concentration check? Yes, you've passed. And Lumpa, you gotta do the same. Very well, you've passed as well. All right, and with that, the form fetus god has yet another action. He chooses 3 creatures in the room and is going to release a ray of cold on all 3 of you. So here it comes. It's a 17 to hit XT heal,
Choose me, choose me.
an 18 to hit Manny Markle, and a 21 to hit Lumpa.
This aura that I'm standing in is providing bright light, correct?
Is providing... Money Marco, does
The
your
one
aura
from Money
provides
Marco.
bright light?
It just says it emanates. It doesn't specify what kind of light it's giving off. It just says it's emanating.
Okay, because in dim light or darkness, I've got resistance to.
Oh yeah,
everything.
in his aura, I think we've determined when you guys join here,
Right.
when you're passing that in his aura, you don't have that.
Then I
you're
do
not-
not have resistance to cold at the moment.
Very well.
Bummer.
So in that case, that does a 17 will hit you. All right.
My AC is 17. Yeah.
Very well. So that's 17 points of cold for you. Money Marco, your AC is 19, so an 18 will not hit you. And Lumpa, I'm not even going to ask because I already know the answer for a blade singing. It's a 21 is likely not going to hit you. And with that, Ixtihul, you got to roll another concentration check.
$28 pass.
Yes. And with that, Lord CU is going to do another legendary action. And he's going to force everyone in this room to roll a DC 24 wisdom saving throw to avoid...
His DC 24.
Yes, everything's DC 24 here.
Oh.
Wisdom saving throw DC 24. 76 points of psychic damage, and you get the dazed condition if you failed.
I'm going to use my inspiration to reroll that.
It's a plus 12. Or
You,
plus a
you,
D12.
you've passed without inspiration
Oh, okay. Never mind.
because of the auras. Very well.
Oh, yep. I guess I could click the button instead of pretending.
That would help. And Money Marco, did you pass? Wisdom save. 24.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, very well. With that, all of you take 38 points of psychic damage. Lumpa, you are resistant, so you take 19. Ixtihue, you're resistant as well. Who is the second person there is resistance that I keep forgetting?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
that is
Ixtihue. Very well.
that's
19. And
might have
Arlet?
to save my life, divine negate this one.
It's not a spell. It's
that's
a
unfortunate.
psionic ability. And
that can be divine
It does
negate.
say psionic.
oh yeah, it can. That is true. Let me check the text of the divine negation thing. Divine negation, as a reaction, you can use divine negation to negate any spell, magic, psionics. Oh yeah, I put it there. Or magical effect abilities 5 times per day. Oh guys, this is so broken. All you gotta do is roll. All you gotta do is spend another essence, Arleth.
I think in essence is worth my life at this point.
Very well, very well. So you spent another point of essence, and you divine negate, so everybody can get your HP back. 19 back to Ixtihue, 19 back to Lumpa, and 38 back to Mini
I
Marco.
was starting to get worried, I will say.
Oh yeah, Mini Marco is also very low. All right, so is the start of the next round. Money Marco, you are at 45 hit points. Ixtihue is at 74. Lumpa is at 96. Arlet is at 16. Guys,
Okay.
you are demigods. This is looking bad. I mean, you guys you're really not showing your demigod power. And I mean, that baby thing hits hard when it hits. And so does Lord C with all the psionic powers hitting your minds all the time and forcing you to do all sorts of saving throws. Eventually, you're going to run out of negations and whatnot that you can use. But before we go back to... let's take a quick break, 10 minutes, and we'll be right back after these words from our sponsors. There are no sponsors. See you guys in a bit.
Maybe one day.
All right.
Maybe we'll get our own energy drink sponsor.
All right, is everybody back?
I am.
XT Hill, Arleth,
Alive-ish.
Money Miracle, very well.
I'm here as
yeah,
well.
I'm here.
Arleth, if you're talking, we can't see your raccoon mouths moving. Arleth, I think he's not there yet. Very well. Oh, there he is. Very well. All right. So let me bring you guys back to where we left off. But before we get back, let's tell our audience what is the secret code for tonight. So the secret code for the giveaway tonight, to give you some extra entries and better chance to get you some of that loot that we're putting in the giveaway in the message board of our YouTube channel. The code for tonight is all caps, no space. By the gods, what's that? I'm gonna put it in the chat as well, and everybody can see it. And you know what's the code for the giveaway. So if you don't know about the giveaway, you can head to the message board of our YouTube channel, and that's the secret code. The secret code for tonight. We are releasing one every live stream from now until the end of the giveaway. Tonight's multitasking. Very well, and with that, let me bring you guys back. Oh, you're already there. Very well, and we were back at the top of the initiative, and just like we did before, I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes to think about your strategy during this round, RP a little bit with each other, figure out what you want to do, because, well, this could end one of two ways, with you guys resurrecting by the devotion of your followers, assuming you're gonna die here. The other way this could end is with your success, and there's a third way. There's right in between, with which is Lord Seal is going to run experiments on you for the upcoming near future, after you fall unconscious. And that, I must say, it's a very likely very likely outcome of all of this. So you may want to strategize accordingly. So with that, let me shut up for a few moments.
Mana Marco, do you have any kind of like mass heal ability?
I have some heals. I don't know if I have mass heal. One second, let me check. Which heals do I have? I have Aura of Vitality, which is
What
2d6 around. 2d6 healing
And-
around.
That's different than that's not the aura that you currently have up, is it?
The aura I have up is my passive aura. I don't have an active aura on right now.
Okay. Because I'm just thinking that, because I can drop a mass cure wounds on like the whole party to get us, you know, a bit less on the edge of death. But I'm like fourth in the turn order.
Right. I could mine will prevent whoever is, hurt from dying, I guess. So I could do that. That's fine. All right.
I
so
have-
will take.
If it comes to it, last ditch, I can take the wish sickness and pop a mass heal with a wish cast. Or well, I can attempt to, because it's an 9th level, so it's not guaranteed, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I will cast the Aura of Vitality. That's fine. One Aura of Vitality, go. Everybody gains 5 health.
All right, so we're starting.
Yep.
Very well. Mighty Markle. That was a very fast strategy discussion, guys. I didn't know if you're having a telepathic chat on top of that. And Mighty Markle, you have so for Aura of Vitality, that is you're casting that at 3rd level.
Yeah, that's just. Yep, that's just the standard level for it. It's just 3rd level. I don't think that can be upcast actually. That just is what
It can't be
no,
upcasted.
doesn't
It
get
can.
upcast.
I can see at 4th level for you.
Oh, did I accidentally just click with a 4th level slot? Is that a 3rd level one?
Okay. Oh no, sorry. For it's my bad. I'm seeing the 4th level is the Hour of Purity. All right. 2d6s. So everybody in the 30 feet aura of him can heal by 5. Yes, it's better than nothing. That includes you, Mini Marco.
And that should also get Arlith back up and running, right?
I wasn't down.
He wasn't down
Oh,
yet.
I thought you were. My bad.
Oh, but I'm
We
not
all
done
did.
yet.
We
That's
all thought he had gone, even himself, and then he was suddenly like magic. He was still standing there. It's just our impression.
Oh, right. I remember now. Yeah. Okay.
And Mini Marco, yeah, you were saying?
As a bonus action, I am also going to activate Lay on Hands and gain 100 health.
Very well. Must be nice. And oh, and
Divine Resurgence.
as you heal yourself and all your wounds.
I know where that sound clip is from.
Mighty Marco, is that the end of your turn?
Yep. I can't do anything else. If I move up, we get whacked.
Very well. Loompa, what would you like to do? You still concentrating hard on that Blade of Disaster?
I am indeed. I survived. My blade survived. I think I want to ask.
Oh yes, and that reminds me, sorry. At the start of your turn, if you're still concentrating because we still have the layer action effect, you gotta roll a concentration check DC 24.
What did I roll?
You roll an 18 because the 35 doesn't count because you still rolling 2.
Oh,
So
that's fine. So I will use that.
so yes,
resistance
so you
divine
actually
resistance.
don't have the Blade of Disaster any longer.
No. I'm using divine resistance.
Oh, very
I
well.
can what? Sorry?
You have a
You've got a
D12 for the Bardic Inspiration.
Oh yeah. Let me try that.
Oh,
Or do I? Is it a D12?
yeah,
And I rolled an 18.
yeah.
I'll save the D12.
You
Maybe
just
I can use it. Yeah. No.
okay. So
I'll save it.
you're gonna use your Divine Resistance.
Yes.
All right, -1 essence to
So is it
Loompa.
for 20? What is it? Is it 24 hours that I have to use it?
1 hour.
1 hour.
Mhm.
Okay. Can I switch to using the Bardic Inspiration?
Okay, but it's the last back and forth, huh? You're keeping us on our toes here. All right, so go ahead and roll your d12.
I'll still use my divine resistance.
Very well.
Right. I'll. So maybe I'll ask you first. So what is the situation here? Is Lord Seal working for this fetus god? Why is there a question mark after god? Is it a god, or we don't know, or what is the?
It is, well, it definitely has the powers of a deity.
Right.
It's just that we don't know its name, so I guess we're calling the form fetus god. That's the point of the question mark. Lord Seal has created this creature in laboratory, which puts a question in all of your characters' mind, because now you know that what you are is not that special. He can actually make it and grow it in laboratory. And it does put some very deep and fundamental existential questions in your mind. I mean, all of you had a very long and arduous journey to arrive at the point of demigodhood that you did, and you had to have followers. You had to do crazy quests. Some of you had to defeat other gods like Vecna. Some of you had to fight the Far Realm and on your own and win. Some of you had to get sponsorship from other gods to get to the point where you fought wars unended, and yet after all of that, after years working to become demigods and to climb the scales of power in the multiverse, now you see this crazy archaic looking mind flayer scientist growing something that has the same powers as you in a laboratory. Now the repercussions of this in the pantheons and in the grid of power across the multiverse can be dire. Can you imagine an army of demigods like this one? This one's already giving you trouble enough. Can you imagine if this guy starts to produce them in mass? This creature seems to be some sort of a undead demigod. Probably Lord C using some sort of necromantic thing to bring this creature to life, but it seems it's working. It has such necrotic power, divine negation. It's resisting the saving trolls. It's particularly powerful, and Lord Siu is no joke himself. I mean, you could compare him to a mythic creature easily. He's giving a lot of damage as well, dishing out a lot of damage, and you are in his lair. So Lumpa, there are many questions here that your characters are trying to avoid really hard to ask themselves. In the last encounter you had with the Far Realm, one of the questions the Void Scriber had put it in front of you was, what do you think it's so special about you? Why do you think... And he had told you, all of you... Well, Arlit learned that by reading a book, that the stories you hear about creation, about the multiverse, and about... They're all lies, and you don't know the full truth. And that has been mind-shattering and somewhat making you slightly paranoid and insane, all of you. More Ixtihil than anyone else, but yeah. It seems that it's been mind-shattering to learn all these truths. I mean, you lived your whole life and became a demigod, believing in one thing, and now here you are, being proved wrong by this foul experiment.
I will cast wish.
Very well.
Through meta magic.
Do you still have meta magic points?
Yes, I do. I have one more. So I'm gonna what's it called? Subtle spell it.
Very well.
Um,
So you're gonna subtle spell wish.
I'm gonna set a spell wish. Yes. And my wish will be the following. Okay, I didn't even fully think about it, but okay.
Hmm.
I wish that Lord Seal.
Now, I, before you even conclude that sentence, your wish is negated, divinely negated.
How?
It's not counterspell. Divine negation is not counterspell. You're thinking about
I
counterspell. He can't counterspell my wish. I subtle spell it. He can divine negate it all the same
Why? How does he know
as a reaction
what
to
I'm
being
gonna
target.
do? How does he know what I'm gonna do?
How? It's the correct question to ask. How is the correct question to ask? How does he know? How could he, well, ask yourself, how could he know?
Mind?
How could he know?
I don't know. You tell me.
He's
Is he reading
metagaming.
Is he reading my mind? I'm gonna ask him. Are you reading my mind?
Well, so far, Lord CU has been talking to all of you telepathically since you've joined here. Remember? He's been in your minds all along.
But I'm not saying it in. Am I saying it in my mind?
Yeah, of
I
course.
say it in my
You
mind.
have to pronounce it somewhere. You
Not
can't just
happy
feel it.
about that, Lord Seal. Alright. That's fine. So I will bonus action move my blade of disaster.
Very well.
I cannot move it.
By the way, you've used your wish, right? Oh yeah, you burned. All right.
I can.
You can't move the blade?
of-
Okay.
No.
Let's fix that. Okay. Now try again. Wow,
Okay.
that was fast. That was an attempt to stab him. Yeah, I feel like you moved the token fast to try and stab the other token. All right. Very well. Roll the attacks.
Let's try. Yeah. Where am I? Where am I? 27 and a 33.
Yeah, both hit.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's an 8. Oh no, cancel.
Wow, that scores a crit on an 18 to 20.
Yeah. I
Very well. 8, 12, 59 points of force damage. And the Blade of Disaster cuts through most of Lord Seal's body, and you can see all the little tubes that he had on his body, all the tubes around him and his armor, and all it starts to kind of fall apart, and you can see the tentacles and the ichor coming from, or is that ink, coming from underneath his armor, and you can see as if you had just cut an octopus, and he seems to be glitching, like he's blinking almost. He starts to blink, and as if he's glitching out of reality, and you suddenly see him glitch himself into oblivion, and
I see.
and where he was standing before,
No.
he's
because it's
standing
about
now.
Is he full health?
I can't answer that question.
Is he glitching more?
No. He's just standing there as he was just a few seconds ago. How is that possible?
May I ask something?
You can roll a
Can I
sanity
roll-
check first.
Yeah. Sanity. What is that? Where do I roll that?
Just the question. Just the question to ask. So if you go to I put your score of sanity there. All the characters have two. We're using 2 ability scores in addition to your normal ability scores, and that is sanity, which tells you how much sane you are. And honor score, which tells you how much reliable you are to your other gods, allies, and so on, or how much they think you're trustworthy. For the sanity
So where do I
score,
find them?
it's in. I'm gonna post here the link. I should pin this. Very well. I'm gonna. You can see there in the character chat. You can add to your notes in your character sheet as well. Your sanity score is 20 out of 26, meaning you already lost 6 points of sanity in this campaign so far. Well, the previous player that was playing Lumpa has lost some sanity, and
Okay.
yes, and you now have a +5 to roll with your D20 modifier. So roll 1d20 +5. If you fail this, you lose 1 point of sanity, and that's it.
But I don't see Loompas here. Oh, Creek, right? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
me put. Let me edit. Let me edit that,
Got it.
and I'll tag you instead of him.
So a d20 you said.
Yes.
Plus a 5 on top. How much did I need to roll?
It was a DC 20.
You're funny.
Very
Can I
well.
Use, no. Can I? Oh, I can't because I use my divine resistance, and I.
Yeah. And in any case, doesn't
So I
apply to
lost-
sanity. All right.
Oh,
So
So I lost another point.
you lost another point. It's now 19 of 26. So you can take those items that are there on the notes, and you can paste in the notes section of your character sheet. So you always have that available to you, and you can always keep track of your current level as well. So with that,
Yeah.
Lumpa, you start to believe that Lord Siu is in your head. Lumpa, you start to become paranoid as you start to believe that he stopped your wish, and now you defeated him and he appears where he was before. You think that he's playing with your mind, and you haven't yet realized it. He was playing with your perception. He made you believe in some sort of illusion that he had gone to that corner, and then you attack that illusion, and now perhaps you are seeing him, or it's perhaps another illusion. As you look around this room, you're still seeing those psionic mouths shouting at you at this entire time, and this entire place just feels like something out of a nightmare. You have psionic mouths surrounding you and screaming in your ears. You have you have undead. You have that weird deformed fetus god that is just shouting and wailing and hitting you guys with necrot, and it's so much going on. You're having difficulty concentrating on your spells or keeping concentration, and somehow this creature is taking advantage of all this chaos, and you think it's messing with your mind, it's messing with the world, how you are perceiving, and in fact, you think it tricked you with an illusion that you couldn't detect, some sort of illusion that is playing with your brain. He's been talking inside your minds. When you arrived here, he was talking inside your minds, and that's very rare for a creature to have the level of a psionic and telepathic ability that it's required to talk to you guys without you being able to expel that creature from your mind. So yeah, it's you are now paranoid, Loompa. You're paranoid. You don't know what's real and what's not anymore. And that's the effect of that point of sanity being lost.
Right.
What else would you like to do in your turn?
May I ask, can you remind me what these statues are?
Yes.
Like three on a... Yeah.
Very well. So, as you arrive in this area, what you encounter here are all these statues of fused humanoid bodies. There are 2 rows of them, and they seem to go all the way around the room, and they seem to be some sort of sculpture made of bodies of humanoid creatures with different pieces of bodies of different creatures, almost as if someone had made some statues out of flesh and stitched them together. And some of them are in positions as if they were shouting. Some of them seem to be a disturbing mix of different races and creatures. And some of them are just standing there with all different sorts of eyes and mouths. It's almost as if someone was sculpting with flesh when creating these.
Okay. Is there any... Can I roll... Okay. I guess if I would roll another perception or investigation or something, they wouldn't tell me anything more about this room. Or about...
Well, you can try.
Yeah, not the best. A 21 investigation.
You've noticed, yeah, I don't know why it's rolling. Did you change your Beyond 20? I don't know why it's rolling twice.
No, I didn't.
Yes, please update your Beyond 20. It should take less than 30 seconds, and that should stop that. Yeah, it's still rolling.
I did not press anything. I promise.
Very well. A 21. So, as you look around the room, there are a few things you've noticed as you're trying to deduce what. First of all, there are these mouths here on the wall. They seem to be some sort of door or perhaps entrances, and they seem to be functioning mouths. These flash-like coffins, they may contain something like the ones above, some sort of special items. You've noticed that the walls here, they don't seem to have the same dimension as you enter the room. They seem to be coming closer or getting farther away, depending on the moment in the fight you are. Also, the noxious gas that was released earlier in the fight came out of these walls, of pores in these walls. There's the pulsating brain, 15 foot hanging from the ceiling, 50 foot in the air. And you think that brain controls this room and the reactions that this room has somehow. And then there's that weird alien machine to the north. And that weird alien machine to the north, it seems to be controlled by this panel that is operating it. Now, as you are looking at that, you've realized that this creature is still attached to the machine, is still attached to the tube where it came out from. And this panel seems to be controlling that. So perhaps this panel is still somehow helping or controlling this machine and maintaining this creature alive. This creature is not detached. It cannot just come out of there.
Right.
So you think that this panel has something to do with how that weird-looking alien machine operates, and therefore it might have something to do with the life support of this creature.
Okay. I'll share the information with everyone else as well.
And how are you doing that? Are you shouting?
by shouting.
Very well.
Since I already think that Lord Seal's in my mind, I'm gonna shout because he already knows what
Excellent.
I'm thinking, right? So yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna shout it all out. To
Over
everyone,
the
so
sound
everyone
of the
hears.
psionic mouths around this room shouting as well, none of you hear what she said.
You're joking.
Oh, you don't know that they didn't hear, but you shout. You're trying to. You are in a shouting match against the psionic mouths that are
But can I
floating
turn
around,
around?
screaming at everybody's ears.
Well, you didn't tell us about this. I'll
Yes,
turn
I did.
around
It's
to
the layer
Gosha.
action.
Oh, okay. I'll turn around to Gosha and say, "Did you hear what I said?"
And Gosha says, "What? Did you say
Oh,
something?"
Alice, did you hear what I said? Does Alice hear?
I do not. I guess I don't respond.
Even in real life, he didn't.
All right. Well, that's not a good sign. Okay. All right. Okay. That's the end of my turn.
Very well. And with that is the turn of the Wraith. That is close to Manimarco. And by now, it doesn't have that disadvantage anymore. It's no longer poisoned. So it's going to attack normally. And that's a 25 and a 9. I assume the 25 hit. Manimarco?
Yeah, 25 will do me in.
Very well. 23 points of necrotic damage in your current and in your maximum hit point, please. That is reduced equally. And you gotta roll a concentration check for the Aura of Vitality. Very well, that passes. You're still focusing on it, and you take the damage. Very well. And that was 2 attacks, and now it's you. What would you like to do?
Okay, well, firstly, he's going to hold out his hand, and golden light is going to fill an area approximately. How big is that? Yeah. No, just, yeah. Like that, just for a moment. And everyone, well, all of the members of the party, as well as, what's his name? Gosha, is healed for 28 points of healing.
Thank
Very
you.
well.
And so Lord Sewell, he's there for everybody, right? It's not just like Lucas
yes.
seeing him in
You all been through the same thing that she did. You thought he was there at the end, and now as you're looking it feels like he's been here and he tricked you. But you guys have true sight. You shouldn't be tricked by illusions. So how is he pulling this off?
Okay. Oh, and I need to roll for the mouths, right?
Yes.
That's at the start of my turn, or is that-
Yes. A concentration check, DC 24.
Woo. Okay.
Excellent. You're still concentrating.
And as a bonus action, since these tentacles up here are no longer occupied grabbing Lord Sewell, they're all gonna... Wait, how far is that from the... No, I don't think they can quite reach him. Alright, so they're all just gonna go and try to throttle the baby god.
Very well.
And that is... Come on, grasping button. Go. Oh, and that was a crap roll.
No! That will hit.
Oh, nice, nice. Do I roll separately for each vine, or is it just
No,
like
for
the-
all of them. For all of them together. Yeah.
Okay. Then they're gonna. Oh, and he is. Is he huge? His size category?
No. His size category is. Oh no, it is huge. He is huge. Yes.
Okay. Then he gets to make a. Who's it? Yeah, he gets to make a DC 23 check, which is that's strength. Oh no. Okay, so he gets to do that later. He is grappled by the
Very well.
tentacles. They're just wrapped around him, squeezing and trying to actually trying to pull him away from the wall
Okay.
toward the vine.
That will require a strength, right?
I think so. And no, it just says make the melee spell attack against the creature within 30 feet of the vine. On a hit, the target takes 48 bludgeoning damage and is pulled up to 30 feet toward the vine. Now, the vine's not very far away from him, but he is pulled.
So
like, through it
there
and
is
grappled.
but there is a thing here. This creature is tethered to the device behind it. So
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it hard enough to break the tether.
then you got how much? First of all, how much bludgeoning damage was that?
Where is the? Oh, right. I hadn't rolled it yet. Got to roll it. So
Very
that's
well.
21.
All right.
Or I guess that
Based
should be
on
actually-
based on the amount of bludgeoning damage these are given, they have not pulled strong enough to untether this creature from the wall. There are too many tentacles or umbilical cords coming out of this creature and connecting it back to the machine. And these vines are not strong enough to pull the creature out. At least not stronger than the umbilical cords, apparently.
And I think I messed up when I was rolling this before because it's supposed to be 48 per vine, and I only rolled for the one vine last time. Damage.
Last time you did okay. If it's 48 per vine, then you still gotta roll more d8s there. You just roll 4 now. Before you gave like 44 points of damage, so it was not.
Yeah, before I only rolled it once because I misunderstood, and that was but I did get a crit, so I rolled just twice.
Okay.
And one more. Come on, things getting in the way. So that's 21 plus 24 plus 14 plus 13,
Very well.
which I'm terrible at math.
Very well. Done. And they tried it. They tried to untether this creature and pull it out, but the umbilical cords are just stronger than the vines. And the only thing they do is to pull the deformed fetus god slightly out of its little cocoon there.
Just wrapping around its neck.
Yeah, just wrapping around it and pulling. As he was already flying above the ground, so they just move him, but they don't untether him.
Okay.
Very well.
Very gross.
Yeah.
And he's going to blink step to here. And that is the end of his turn.
Very
I'll take
well.
Legendary.
Very well. What would you like to do?
I'm just going to cast the spell Disintegrate at a 7th level at the brain in the sky.
Excellent. Go ahead.
Yes. Click. Gosh, it's so loud when I do that.
Excellent. It
I
automatically
hope the brain
fails.
isn't very good at Dex.
It automatically fails. And it takes 85 points of force damage. Yeah. Very well. And that seemed like it hurt. The brain, as a reaction.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yes, you heard that right. As a reaction, releases another tentacle out of the ground right near you, Arleth. And you gotta roll a dex save DC 24 as well. Or you're grappled by it.
I'm a little bit better at Dex than it is. Apparently. Well,
You do have
Maybe?
+6, so you pass. So with that, the tentacle doesn't grab you this round. But it's right there. And very well. That hits that brain really badly. Is that all right? And with that, it's now, yes, it is. Is everybody's favorite part of the round. Is layer action time. Woohoo! Yeah, thank you, everybody. And as a layer action,
You're the only excited one.
yes, I know. That's the fun part. Well, the good news for you guys is that those screaming mouth projections that were flying around, they all disappeared.
I was literally gonna say, I'm taking advantage before you do anything, and I'm gonna share all the information real quick with everyone.
Very well, very well. Guys, you realize that the mouths go away, and you know when someone is talking and suddenly the music stops and they were talking really loud because of the music? That's Lumpa right now. And,
Yeah, and I'll say, sorry guys. Yeah.
suddenly she was shouting there, and you guys realized she was shouting. Very well, very well. As a legendary action, now come the fun parts. Who is not? XTHU, you are the only one flying, right?
I am flying. I don't know if anybody else.
I
still
see
is.
5 feet.
So.
See, you're
Yeah.
15 feet up in the air. You're in the ceiling,
Yeah, well, just below it.
just below it. Very well. All right. You guys see the areas near you in this room where you're stepping. Hello, can you hear me?
yeah,
All
All right,
now,
all right.
for a
I got cut off. Okay, for whatever reason. Very well. The areas near where you guys are stepping suddenly filled with this purplish smoke, and out of it, these massive tentacles simply start to come out, and they come out here where Lumpa and Arleth are. Right there. And even, well, XTHU, you're not touching the ground, so they don't come out closer to you. Very well. All of you gotta do a DC 24 dex saving throw now, and for every turn you are in the area of reach of these tentacles. Arleth, you as well.
Mhm.
You guys are just too good in dex saves. Look at Lumpa, plus 20. This is ridiculous. Oh
like
my
this
god.
thing.
Must be nice being a demigod. Roll a 3 on the dice and still roll a 23. Oh my god. Very well. Those tentacles come out from the ground, and they are attempting to tackle you guys, to grapple you guys, and they also whip you. Do we have a... Yes, we do. And you take half a damage because you passed. So 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Money Marco and Lumpa, you gotta roll concentration checks, DC 10. And
as I
Yeah.
take that damage, I'm going to use my Jester's Mask and use the Marvelous Escape thing. I can teleport 30 feet, basically. It's the one chance I get. I'm
Excellent.
gonna hop onto this chest over here.
Might as well check what is inside. I mean, I'm gonna die,
I'm
but
on
at
top
least
of
I'm
it,
gonna
so
see
not
the
on
loot.
floor.
Very well. You are on top of the chest, and Lumpa Money Marker is still holding concentration. Look at Lumpa with nat 20. You get inspiration for that. And that's the end of the lair action. Their whipping effect is only when this creature, only when the things enter. For the next time, you're just trying to avoid being restrained and grappled by the tentacles on your turn if you are in reach of them. Very well. It's now the turn of another one of these rats that are close to Mini Markle. Let me remove the stuff they have on them. So Mini Markle, 17 and 18. I assume none of them hit?
Nope.
Very well. Must be good to be a demigod. Arlith, what would you like to do? Must be nice.
You keep saying that. It doesn't. Things aren't going so great right this second. But I'm gonna do the same thing. I think if I take this brain out and at least drop our combatant list down to 2, that'll be a big boon in my confidence at this point. So I will cast another disintegrate.
Excellent.
If it's working, you don't change the formula.
Go for it.
Very well.
Oh my, that's a little bit more.
Yes, that is quite a decent amount of damage. And you hit, and as it happened the last time, it hits automatically. And that brain seems in terrible shape. You can see pieces of the brain just falling and disintegrating and turning to dust. Some of the lobes are now getting dark gray color as if they had just died. And as that brain is standing there, it reacts to what you just did.
Dang it.
And you gotta
Surprising.
do another DC 24 against that giant tentacle that just appeared close to you. Very well. And you've passed. That tentacle doesn't grapple. Very well. Arlith, what else would you like to do?
Can I kind of bounce and check what's in the chest, or is that not quite possible without touching the floor? Well, I'm already within range of tentacles, so I guess I might as well, right? Yeah, what's in the chest?
The chest is not opening. How do you want to open this chest? Remember? Remember how you guys did last time?
Oh, right. I do have telekinetic shove. Oh, it's a bonus action. I'll just, yeah.
You're gonna do telekinetic shove as a bonus action?
Yeah.
Very well. The chest opens, and it's deep enough that you can go inside. Would you like to do that?
I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if that's a good plan.
Inside the chest, you find a number of pages, like disassembled pages of a book. And you should... Can you guys see this? Did it pop up for you? Oh my god. All right, let's try again. 20. There you go.
Oh, yep.
So, you see this assembly of pages of book that, to you, are that's particularly interesting. I mean, there's some sort of wording there, but all of them seem to be describing some biology of some alien biology things. And you're looking at them, and you can roll a sanity check.
Oh, dang it. Okay. Let me double check what my current sanity is. I'm at 15, so plus 2.
Can you regenerate sanity? Quick question.
We haven't yet.
I guess you're gonna have to discover as part of the campaign.
At the 12?
Oh,
No, that's not enough. Your mind get entranced by this, Arleth. You now wants to just read them, and they remind you of that book that you can't stop thinking about it. Your sanity drops to 11 out of 22, Arleth.
11 from 15?
oh my god.
From 15. I had 12 out of 22 here. You were at 15?
On my notes.
Oh, because
Did I lose sanity when I was away?
you lose sanity when you were away because you went to that book?
You brought me back to the book. So I'm
Yes.
at what now? 11?
Yes, you should watch the previous episodes. When you were away, we were still moving your character around for you. So it was a 12 of 22, and it's now 11 of 22. I've republished the stats after all the sessions, so you should see there the public stats.
Okay. Yeah, well then my roll was an 11 and not a 12, so it was a little bit worse.
Very well. You are just like that book. You can't stop thinking about it. You are entranced by these papers. You just look at them as if they are real treasure. Like, this is knowledge. You won't find anything else. These are notes from this guy about what he's doing, about his studies and his findings. And this seems to be drawings that he's making out of alien biology. Now, this is precious knowledge. I mean, say what you will about his research, but at least it's interesting reading.
I take it that I think it's completely unconscionable to destroy these for leverage then.
Absolutely, it's completely unconscionable. To you, it's completely unconscionable. It is. This is knowledge you won't find anywhere else about how things operate. It can tell you, Arleth, if you know the knowledge of this guy, you can know how you make a demigod. You can know how you are made of. How it's just too precious. For a god of holistic knowledge, it's just too big of a too much secret for you not to. So Arleth, you find a little cozy corner there in that giant chest, and you start to browse through these, and you are completely entranced until the end of your next turn. You are completely entranced by this reading as you are just browsing page by page of this and trying to understand the alien biology and the notes. You don't understand the language of the notes, but perhaps there's something you can do, cast a spell to understand what is written there, or at least the topic, even if you don't have enough time to read during the battle. So for the time being, I'm going to put you here as I'm just going to put a token here for your focus being taken away from the battle. And it's now the turn of Lord Siu, which should be appearing there.
My brain has condemned me.
and Lord Siu, as a legendary action at the end of Arleth's turn, is going to do. It's a fun thing. Here it is. All right. Is going to release this this powerful psionic blast. He has done this in the past, and all of you gotta do a DC 24 Constitution saving throw.
I can't see the map.
Yeah, what happened? What happened to the map? What is XT Hill? XT Hill, did you
That's a good
accidentally deleted your token?
I didn't think I did.
It just disappeared from the map. Yeah, okay, let me go get it.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
I'm not sure what happened.
Mysteriously, XTU, perhaps you were kidnapped. Who knows?
Quick, just out there question, right? Like,
Yeah.
was it 1D 100 years to resurrect or 1D 100 days to resurrect? Not that I think it'll come to that.
In the divine resurrection.
Yes.
It's 1D 100 days to gain a new body.
Okay. Well, that's not that many. In the grand scheme of things.
Okay. All right. Let me bring XTU. XTU, what is your current health? Since I don't have your token and I was tracking on your token.
I have it at 100 out of 123.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Very well. All right, XTU. Yeah, suddenly even the audience couldn't see the map anymore because you disappear from the map. All right. And so everybody, as I was saying, everybody. Oh, you already did. Venus, you roll a nat 1 for once. Look at that.
Maybe?
Yes, for the con save. That's pretty much, and that's pretty much the only way you're gonna. And Arlet, you roll bad as well, but Arlet, yes, it's understandable. And XTU, you've passed. Manimarco, what was your con save
Can
intro?
I use a lucky point? I can use a lucky point.
It's 2024. It doesn't work like that anymore. You gotta announce the luck point before you roll the d20.
What? I didn't know
What?
about that.
Yes.
Yeah,
read your character sheet. It should. There you go. You were playing with 2024 rules.
They done went and nerfed Lucky.
They nerf Lucky. You gotta announce you're gonna use Lucky before to give you advantage or disadvantage to someone else. You gotta announce before the roll.
Oh, wait. I have
Do you have inspiration?
Yes.
Yeah. Very well. Then
what was it, a
that you can
concept?
use to reroll.
It was about to be a 1 again. Wow.
Very
I
well.
was so
Good,
lucky.
good.
Okay,
All right. All of
amazing.
you guys passed. And you take.
I did not pass.
Oh
As
yeah,
much as
you.
I would like to
Oh
have
yeah, you
passed.
did not pass. Oh, then the psychic damage might take you down. That's 12.
Yeah, there's a good chance of that.
It's 12d6 points of psychic damage. That's 38 points of psychic damage. Oh yes,
So-
Arlith.
Does he still take that damage even though he's in the box?
Yes, very much. Everybody.
Oh,
The box is not closed. He doesn't have the box is open.
Oh, gotcha.
He's just sitting inside, reading. You can see from here, XTU. He just found a bunch of papers, and he's like, and you're looking from up there, and you're looking down, and he's like, ooh, look at this drawing. Ooh, so interesting.
This seems very familiar. Becoming a bit of a pattern.
This one wasn't even intentional. The first one was. Am I in it enough to know that I need to save myself from dying and to divine resistance?
You can use your divine resistance as a reaction, so yes, you can do that.
Okay, I'm gonna. I would like to not.
All right, so you take 19. You want to keep reading.
My followers, they're gonna have to.
X-
They're gonna have to get on
XTU.
it, producing this energy.
XTU and Loompa get stand. Oh yes, they're gonna have to work. They're gonna have to pray really hard to get back all this essence. Oh boy. Oh boy. And you're already at what? -3? -3 essence.
Yeah, well, I used 4 today, I think.
I mean, you're gonna have to come up with some sort of holiday where they have to pray for a week.
Frustrations for days. Yeah, I used 4 today, so I might.
Very well, buddy Marco, you pass. You take 19 points. And
Just do that now, 'cause I'm gonna.
Money Marco, Loompa, XTU, please roll concentration checks. If you have that
I'm
little yellow dot
announcing-
on your token, you gotta roll concentration check every time you take damage.
I'm
And
announcing lucky point.
oh, there you go. Now you can spend your lucky point.
Oh my god, thank god I did! Did I need it? 18?
Yeah, you
wait,
you
is
don't.
it
You
just
face.
24? No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't? Okay.
Very well. And with that, that was the legendary action. And
As a reaction,
Yeah.
is going to redirect that energy straight at the brain in the ceiling.
oh, excellent. Go ahead. And
Yeah, get that thing out of here.
Find that. I mean, it's psychic damage. I'm guessing it's probably at least resistant. I can never find this stupid feat on the sheet.
oh yes, and I forgot to roll a save for Gosha. Who failed his save,
What was
and
doing nothing.
Gosh has been hiding behind you, afraid of Lord Siu, and he's now restrained, and it's in bad shape actually. As the tentacles are even
know-
with I'm gonna roll the d12 for him.
If we survive this, we can bring him back to life, guys. I don't think, I don't know.
So the brain has to pass or gets to make a dex save of DC 15, which being a brain stuck to a ceiling, I'm guessing it's probably
It failed already.
got a very
Yeah.
good dex score.
Mhm.
To take 12, and the damage is 12.
Very well. And that's psychic, right?
Yep.
Very well. All right. And
Still hanging there.
oh yes, still hanging in there. But I guess that's the right expression. It feels like it's hanging now from the ceiling, because it has pieces of it. They're in bad shape and seems half dead already. All right. Now Lord C is gonna do his turn. 3 attacks. Fun times. And well, he's going to move towards Ixtihu. As a bonus action, he teleports all the way here between Ixtihu and Lumpa. And he's going to, for the first time, he's going to take his tentacles and attack both Ixtihu and Lumpa with his tentacles. So here it comes. That's a 26 to hit Ixtihu and a 29 to hit Lumpa.
Nope, doesn't hit.
Let's go.
A 29 doesn't hit you. You don't have Blade Song on.
Of course I do. I took one of my.
No, you
beginning.
attack with the Blade of Disaster that turn when you were
No,
undecided.
I did not. No.
Yes, you did. We can
I
go back.
actually-
We can go back in the record
Yes,
here.
please do. I know very well what I did.
That was the very first turn, right?
Ref, pull up the
Yep.
tapes.
And
I attacked with my Ray of Frost, and I casted Blade Song.
oh, okay, very well. So with that, your speed is now 75, and your AC is 33.
Yes. Is it not 11? Plus 11 bonus to my AC.
It's plus
I
10,
remember you
right?
telling
Your
me-
your intelligence
It's
is
10
30.
there, but I swear I remember you told me. Anyway, maybe now it's correct. So yeah.
Yeah, with
Doesn't
Blade
matter.
Song, you get a
Doesn't
plus 10 to your
Okay.
to your thing and a plus 10 to your speed.
Okay.
So your speed becomes 75 with Blade Song.
I have minus 20 con saving throws. So I have a plus 26?
You have a plus what? 20. You have plus
'Cause I
10 on
have-
concentration checks. Yes.
So all of these con saves that I've been doing,
Yeah, for concentration.
I would have had plus 26 instead of plus 16.
Yes, that is ridiculous. Yes.
So I would have failed nothing.
Well, the only reason you would fail them in the first place, first of all, you haven't failed
I
any
rolled
of
a
them.
net one.
Yes, is if you roll the net one.
automatically, and I
Yeah.
did. Okay, okay. That's
There's only a 5% chance you're gonna fail those checks. Unless you are some very unfortunate players that I have that roll net ones all the time. Sometimes you have those streaks. Very well. And with that, that will hit you, Ixtihil. That is 15 point.
What just happened? I lost all audio for a moment there.
Oh, all right. Lord see you attack you with a tentacle and attack Loompa with a tentacle. Even though it rolled a 29 on Loompa, it didn't catch her. But it did catch you, and it gives you 30 points of psychic damage, which will take 15 because of your resistance. You gotta roll a concentration check, and you were grappled, psychically grappled by him. Yes, that means that he can move around, and you still grappled.
There's no. Is there a save that I get to make against that?
Yes. Do you believe you are grappled by tentacles? So, to escape it, you have to escape the mental grapple, the same way you would escape a physical one. It's a DC 24 to escape the grapple on your turn with an acrobatics or athletics. Okay. And that will consume half of your speed. And all right. And now that you're grappled, Lord CU is going to attempt to screw up with your mind. And you gotta do a DC 24 intelligence saving throw to avoid 52 points of psychic damage and a memory transfer.
Ooh, that does not sound pleasant.
No.
I guess, and even with the auras, that's not gonna pass, or will it?
It will. It's with +6 from the auras. So you've passed. You take 27 points of psychic damage, which become 14 on you, and you gotta do another concentration check. One day you guys gotta fail one of these concentration checks. At some point, there's gotta be one of these. Very well. And Lord C, that's his 3 attacks. So that's the end of his turn. And now it's the turn of the Vrats, and one's gonna go for Necrolumpa. And that's double net ones.
Legendary action before since the turn just ended. The other one.
Oh yes, by all means. What would you like to do?
I'm going to bonk the Wraith on my left.
Okay.
So let me make my attacks. A 26 and a 34.
Very well. 2 bonks. Roll damage. Yeah, that rate's gone.
And does the cleave damage goes to the middle one, I guess?
Yeah,
Unless I
sure.
told it exactly
Yes,
what
that's
it-
fine. Yes, that's fine. Yeah, the other's still standing though.
Yep.
And now is the turn of the rat that was going to hit Lumpa, and it rolled 2 double net 20s, 2 double net ones for the first attack, and here comes the second attack for a 20. Doesn't hit you, and that's the end of its turn. And that's just too easy. Those are 2 low-level creatures that don't even deserve your attention. And this one is going to... What is this? 60. All right. So with that, this one is going to attack Ixtihil. 22 and an 11. Ixtihil.
Isn't it on the ground?
They can fly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they fly. They are... Let me show you a little picture of them. Where are they? There you go. they're like this. They're little ghosty nightly figures.
All right. Well, the 22 is gonna hit. The 11 is not.
Very well. And that is 30 points of necrotic damage, which you take from both your maximum and your current hit points.
Okay. I have resistance to necrotic damage since I'm.
So you get 15 back. You get 15 back, and that applies. So you reduce 15, both of them by 15. Your maximum and your current. Okay. Very well. And as a legendary action, the deformed fetus god is going to release another one of his wails. And all of you gotta do a DC 24 Constitution saving throw. To avoid 1 point of exhaustion. Oh, Arlith. Arlith. Ah, you are too distracted. You are too distracted, Arlith.
Yep. And I'm all out of reactions this time too.
What? How much exhaustion do you have, Arlith? Is level 2?
I think I only have level 1.
Very well. Who has level 2? Is
So now
Money
I
Marco
have
has level 2? Money Marco, you have 1 point of exhaustion. Still on you.
Hooray.
So you gotta put it in your active conditions there. There you go. I can refresh on your end. And Arlith, you're going to let me put your active condition. You're going to level 2 now with this fail. Unless anyone wants to give him inspiration.
He can have mine.
Very well. Do you want to try and reroll that?
Yes, I do.
Does anyone else wants to give him inspiration?
I don't have any. I used it.
I've got one.
Very well. Do you want to give it to him?
Yeah, you can have it.
Very well.
Click my inspiration.
Hey. Oh wait.
That
well,
actually works because of the auras.
Yeah.
You get you had 1 level of exhaustion, so the auras for you is a +4. So you are 23. You were 1 short of passing. 1 short.
I think Xtihu, I think I gave you advantage at some point. Can he pass the advantage?
No, actually that is actually gone by now from the
Oh, is it?
from the silver barbs. So Arlith, for 1, you are short 1. You get a 2nd level of exhaustion. Fun times.
Aw.
It seems you're getting tired. I mean, reading all this stuff is making you sleepy, Arlith.
It's mentally draining, you know how it is.
Yeah. You have a hyper focus. It's consuming a lot of your mental energy
My
now.
next action, I'll just activate my blessing of the super ballistic mind.
Very well.
No, well, it's not my turn, you know. I was just.
Oh boy. And that was the wail of the creature as a legendary action. And here comes its turn. And on its
before it takes its
yeah.
turn, can I take a legendary action to free myself from the grapple?
Yes, you can. How do you want to do that?
So you said anything that would get me out of a regular grapple will work, right? Like a strength or dex?
Yes, acrobatics or athletics.
Can I teleport out of it then?
Yeah, you would believe you're getting out of the grapple, so yes.
Alright, then he's going to use Moonlight Step to teleport right over to there. Right over next to the
As you, for a second there, you had the impression that those tentacles were coming in, trying to alter your brain as the suction cups are right there on your eye, just trying to alter your mind, and you managed to escape now, Xtihu. No more suction cups on your face.
Oh, actually. Instead of that, wait, no, never mind. That's that would be a reaction. Never mind. Okay, I'm good.
Very well. And now the massive baby god is going to release that other attack, the life draining attack, and all of you gotta do a DC 24 con saving throw to avoid a 16d8 again. That blast of energy, of necrotic energy, that will give 66 points of necrotic. If you fail. Arleth! Oh my god!
I do have an answer for this one. I have a my jester's mask. I have topsy-turvy, so it's now a nat 20.
Topsy-turvy. You can oh my god. Very well.
Oh wow.
That's ridiculous.
Oh,
But it's fun. So you just roll a nat 20 and made it look like a nat 1. Excellent. Topsy-turvy. When you roll a 1 on a
Wait, the
d20,
other
you
way
can
around.
treat the roll as if you rolled a 20 instead. Once this property used, it can be used again until the next dawn. Fun times. All right, everybody else pass. So everybody takes 33 points of necrotic damage.
There's no point.
33 points. Arleth, you fall inside the chest. And with your head falling inside the chest goes and closes down on you. And you are now unconscious, prone, laid down on top of the papers, inside the chest. And you have total cover. Unfortunately,
Oh,
no one outside, except for not even Ixty no one outside has any idea that you are unconscious inside the chest. The last time Ixty saw you, you were reading. So they have no way to know that you are unconscious, Arleth. That you didn't just, you just didn't just retreat into your introspection again to read.
well.
So this is really a demigod,
Consequences of my actions.
a demigod doing death saves. Believe it or not, folks, you thought, oh, demigods in D&D, they're gonna be indestructible. No, it's still D&D, folks.
I can't even use I can't even use a legendary action because that's once per turn, but I would still die, so I can't even negate it. Because it
That
only
is-
attacks on I take damage, right?
Yep. And
That doesn't
what type of damage was it?
necrotic.
damage.
Okay,
So-
so I'm resistant to it.
So you take 17 necrotic. And Manimarco resistant as well, right? So you take 17. And XT heal, you are resistant?
Yep.
No. Yes?
Yeah, when I'm in dim light or darkness, I'm resistant to literally everything.
Very well. So you take 17 because you're out of Manimarco's aura. Very well. And that was one of its attacks. The second attack is going to aim at XT heal, Lumpa, and Manimarco. And here comes 3 rays that give cold damage, just like before. 26 to hit XT heal, 31 to hit Lumpa, nat 20 to hit Manimarco.
I'll
And
get zapped.
XT heal, 26 will hit you, right? That's 25 points of cold damage. You're down to so you're down to 16. You guys are missing a god of healing in this party. And Lumpa, 31 will not hit you. That's just ridiculous. And that's the reason why there are no blade singers in the 2024 core rulebooks. Although they might have it in the future, they'll probably bring it back, as everybody loves blade singers. All right.
You get one blade singer a day. Just that's good. You get one.
Oh boy, and that's a net. Yeah, probably they're gonna nerf it. A nat 20 is gonna be 49 points of cold on you, Manimarco. Do you have any resistance?
Not to cold, no.
Very well. So you're down to 55, and you can roll a DC 25 concentration check to keep concentration on that aura of vitality of yours. And that remind me, Ixtihul, you gotta do a concentration as well.
All right. Boom.
So yeah, in our first session, we had one of our gods died and became a star. Although that was really a choice of the player, I would say. As he was faithfully playing the personality of his god. And now we have a god on death saves, and you guys are this combat's getting dire, guys. You gotta that.
Oh, you know what? I just realized. I'm pretty sure. Did I activate my aura last turn or the turn before? Because I may have forgotten to roll it last turn. No, whatever. It's my turn now again.
Very well. Oh, you've passed that concentration check, so and both you and XTU, so that's fine. Oh no, wait, it was a 25, and that's a concentration check, so you lost the aura of vitality.
Oh wait.
Unless you roll the. Oh, you have bardic inspiration. Roll the bardic.
Wait for it. Yeah, 1 sec.
Roll that d12. Excellent. Very well.
This button. That one.
Yeah, you just need a 1 and you pass. Very well. You're still holding concentration aura of vitality. And with that, that's the end of the deformed fetus god. Mini Marco, what would you like to do?
Well, first, the round started again, so my aura reprocs. Where is my aura of vitality?
So you give
for everybody.
Well, Gosha is happy for that, as he's been asphyxiated by tentacles. And Lumpa gets rounded up to 90, so that's not completely bad.
I assume I'm too far away.
Then I'm going to,
Yes, you are. Can you see the aura? It's the yellow ball there.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Are those bonks? I assume those are bonks.
Yep. It's 2 bonks of the stab. There's a sound effect for the last one.
Oh no, that's not what I
Pretty sure
wanted.
killed the-
This is what I wanted. And 2 bonks and a stab. And is that stab magical? And the bonks are magical, I assume.
I think everything's magical, right? That's a holy javelin, so yeah. And that's
Yeah.
a
The two
weapon.
creature
It's all
just goes like. And they disappear. And with that,
and then I will. And then I'm going to run right over here.
not before you do a Dex 24 saving throw.
Ah, yes. Okay, what are these? That'll do it.
Very well. And now you enter the area of the second tentacles. Roll again. Very well.
I already did. I'm now in front of the boys.
Very well. As you in the jungle of tentacles, there are tentacles everywhere, and you're just slamming them away as you run past by them, Mini Marco.
Yep. And then I have my turn because I can't do anything else.
What are you doing?
Oh, I said I have my turn because I can't do anything
Very
else.
well.
after that.
Lumpa, Dex 24, please.
Sure. The aura.
Very well. Yeah, the aura saved you.
Yes. I will move a little bit out of the area of those tentacles,
Very well.
and I will Ray of Frost on the brain.
Yeah.
Does a 34 hit?
34 hits, yes.
15, is it still
On the brain. On the brain.
Yes.
Very well. That hits. And
Still hanging for a 15 damage?
still hanging, yes.
Oh my god. How about a 23? Does that
That
hit
hits as well. Yeah.
14.
Still
Still
there.
hang- Oh my god.
It's in bad shape, but it's still there.
Okay. Oh. I will move my blade of disaster.
Very well. 30 feet.
27.
What-
Not
what-
30 feet.
What are you
Moved it
attacking
off.
with that?
I cannot attack the brain with it?
Oh, yes, you can. Okay. I was just asking, what are you attacking with that? Very well. 30 feet, 27. Yes, that hits.
Okay. 22. Still hanging?
And that's... Yes, you have another attack from the Blade of Disasters. The brain's
Yeah,
still
but it is
hanging.
Still hanging.
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh wow. Such a bad roll. 26.
Very well. That will hit as well. How many attacks are you giving? Oh no, you already gave 2 attacks. Right?
With a blade of disaster, no.
Yeah, okay.
This
22 and 19. Very well. As you hit that last time, as you hit, the brain detaches from the ceiling with the last cut and falls. You hear the thump on the ground, Ixtihu, beneath you, as the brain falls and stops moving. And you hear everything in this laboratory, the lights go off. The lights go off. This place is now completely dark. There's no dim light. Where is it?
Is there none from Manny Marco's thing?
Manny Marco, what is your light? What is the range of your light?
Clickety clickety. It says the size of the emanation is 30 feet.
Okay, well, I'm asking the light source.
Oh,
Oh.
my javelin?
Yes. What is that you're casting light with?
It
It's a 10-foot emanation originating from you.
Well, it says if you have 17 levels of paladin, it's 30.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, very well.
It just.
But that's for
passed-
advanced. Oh, okay, very well. It's 30 feet then. Let me give
so
you.
Everything else is pitch dark. Pitch
Yes, yes. In
dark,
fact,
except for-
yes. In fact, I'll shut down the light. And Ixtihu, you have a true sight, right?
I have true sight to 60 feet and dark vision for 120.
Very well. So yeah, so with that big brain there in the middle of the room, let me put a big X on it. That brain there is gone. And with that, the tentacles that were in the room, all of them disappeared.
About damn time.
And the lights go off, the tentacles disappear, and suddenly you see some of the statues that were standing, they crumbled and fall to the ground. And these statues that have an X on them, they all crumble and fall to the ground, as if they're no longer glued together. And all the pieces of their bodies just fall there. And with that, you hear Lord see you getting particularly angry about what you just did.
That was a mistake. You were paying for destroying my laboratory, you insolent pests. I will make sure to turn your form into something much more useful in your next life.
And Lumpa, what else would you like to do? Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I can't really do much, to be honest.
Very well. And
I'd like to make a legendary action if that's the end of her turn.
yes, by all means.
Right, Xyul is going to extend his hand again and again cast. If I can get this thing put in the right place. And again cast Mass Cure Wounds, this time at 9th level. And
Do you still have a 9th level?
yeah.
Because you use
The,
shape change.
Shape change was, but that's not that doesn't take a spell slot because that's a thing that is cast from his glaive.
Ah, very well. Very well. All right. So, Mass Cure Wounds at 9th level. And
Healing energy just sort of pervades the air for a moment, and everybody takes 59
Ooh.
healing.
very well. You just saved the life of Arlith.
In the box? Very good. Okay. Excellent.
As oh, he just saved you, Arlith. Even though he knew you were harmed, so I'll call that. And he knew you were harmed, so he does include you. 59.
Does that include me as well?
Yes, he does.
That hit everybody.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Including you and Lord See You as well, right?
Including me, not Lord Siu,
Ah, okay. All right. Aw.
or the Wraiths.
Aw. You're not good guests, guys.
Lynn's a terrible host. That's what she gets.
In all fairness, he did offer to replace some of your useless organs for something more functional. None of you took the deal. I'm just saying.
Rather attached to my organs.
Well, in some cultures, that is considered quite nice from the host to offer this kind of stuff. None of those cultures are in the material world, or in the creation of of AO, but that's a different thing. All right, and with that is now our favorite moment. Yeah, layer action time. Guess what? There's no layer action time. I'm sorry. Oh, the audience, I bet. Yeah, you guys are disappointed. There's no layer action time because you guys killed the layer. you just killed the brain. So there's no layer action time. And Arlith, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna try to open the crate, I guess. I'll use my telekinetic shove again
Very well.
and poke my head out, and try and scurry back on the lid with the papers, of course. I'll shove them in my bag if I can tear my eyes away from them.
Very well. You gotta roll for me. I think for this you gotta roll. It's a wisdom save. Let's see if you're wise enough to stop reading now.
I can't believe this.
The dice tell the story, Arlith. as my good buddy Jay would say, the dice tell the story. And yes, it seems that they are telling you that you do not want to stop reading this. It's not the time to get out of here and go back to combat. It's time to learn everything you can about these pages.
I will activate the blessing of the sopapalistic mind.
Remind us what that is. Remind the audience what that is.
It is a state of being so focused that I just can absorb everything from these pages. I also lose the ability to make reactions.
For how long?
An hour.
Oh,
No.
very well. I'll put you here. What is the? Do you remember
I'll just
what?
duck my head back down. Let that chest close again. You know.
All right.
I can see.
Very well. What is that I had put it on you as a little marker for this hyper focus? I don't know. I'm just gonna put the same confused thing. You are now hyper focused, and you can't take reactions, but you start to read this document very fast. And because you're reading this document, I have to ask you to roll a sanity check.
Yeah. 20.
Oh boy. And you had a plus
It's okay.
one, right?
It was an odd. Yeah, it was an odd. No, I don't have a plus. I was at 11.
Oh yes. So in that
It was
case,
an odd number, so it doesn't matter. It's like nothing really happened if you think about it.
you lose another point of sanity as you start to learn what is in. You start to get a grasp about this guy. He knows so much about alien biology. Look at his drawings, his anatomical drawings and medical drawings. I mean, Ollie, there's so much knowledge in here. You're never gonna learn about this anywhere else in the multiverse. No one is gonna tell you about the anatomy of creatures in the far realm. Arlet, because you lost that point of sanity, now is if you can roll nature checks for far realm creatures. So it came with a trade-off.
I'm at a flat 10 now.
You are at a flat 10. You are at the same level of sanity.
I have lost more than half of my sanity already.
Yes, absolutely. You were at 22, now you are at 10. Now, to give you an RP tip, 10 is what the average human has of sanity. Anything below that, you start to, well, become an unusual human level of sanity. So you can start to think about how tough it's going to be. Yeah, it's going to become to you. You're going to start to become more introspective, more paranoid, and more hyper focused on the things you've liked. I would say you start to exacerbate the path that led you to insanity, to a point where I could see Arlet being one of those guys that when it reaches sanity 0, he's the one drawing the symbols on the walls. He's the crazy science that got crazy studying the aliens, and he's drawing the crazy symbols on the walls and talking a bunch of gibberish and doing some crazy math and symbols, and he can't get over that. That's about the path you are taking right now, Arlen. That's the downwards spiral you are in.
The Charlie Day scene where he's just
Yes.
he's got the whiteboard with all the red lines.
Yep. Yeah. Well, it's more than that. It's when you go to a sanatorium and you see there are all these white rooms except for the room of the guy who is so fixated on the alien symbols that he's writing with his own blood on the walls. That's more like it.
Oh, okay. My own blood really sells it. Actually, I think that's a good point. That's a good part.
Very well, Arlet. You are there, hyper focus. You can now roll nature for far realm creatures, as you are learning their anatomy and stuff, and you're absorbing this at a hyper speed. So there was a silver lining to that, I guess. And it's now the turn of Lord Siu. and he's going to do his tentacle attacks, and he is going to move all the way over here, so that he can attack all three of you. Yeah, here. And he's going to do 3 tentacle attacks, 1 against each of you. Let's start with Ixtihil. Ixtihil, 29. Manny Markle, 28. Necrolumpa, 23. Necrolumpa is the other one. Lumpa, it is 23. Ixtihil, I assume that hits. 29 psychic damage, and you are psychically grappled again. So that's it becomes 15 on you, and you are psychically grappled. And the Benny Markle, same for you. It hits you, so you take 34 points of psychic damage, and you're psychically grappled. Both of you gotta do concentration checks because you're concentrating on spells. XTH, what are you concentrating again? Remind me.
The tentacles that are up there strangling the fetus.
Oh yes, that is true. That is true. Yes. Very well. Actually, Many Marco passed. Yeah, both of you passed. Very well. And that's the end of his turn. And it's now the turn of the Wraiths.
I'd
Yeah.
like to take a legendary action.
By all means. What would you like to do?
I am going to use the spell, and I want. I'm gonna use the spell Wish. I'm gonna try in simulacrum myself, and the state of mind I'm in is I gotta read these notes twice as fast, and the metagame state of mind is I have twice as many chances to stop reading.
Very well.
So hopefully the character mindset will stop him from negating me, but we'll see. So I will wish cast simulacrum on myself.
Wishcast Simulacrum on yourself.
Yes, please, button.
All right. As you try to cast Wish, it gets negated. Divinely
Yeah, it does.
negated.
You know.
How many
That
divine
makes
negates
sense.
does this thing have?
The same as you.
It's used like 4
I thought
or
we had,
3.
like, a
I'll tell you that
Yeah.
one. No, it used 5. It used 5
So that's
negations.
the last one?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the 5th negation. And
Finally.
Arleth, you don't understand that it was negated. You, in your state of mind, you are so hyper focused on the paper that you can multitask. You're like, you're trying to word your wish, but at the same time you're trying to read the papers, and you know the wish. You just forgot you were even trying to cast a wish in the first place. And Arleth, you don't even notice that something is in your mind and can perceive when you're trying to cast a wish or something high level. Well, that Wraith is near Manny Marco, so he's going to attack you twice, Manny Marco.
Real
Yeah.
quick, I think when I got deleted earlier, I don't think I ever got re-added to the turn order because I'm not on
Oh,
it.
that is true. What was your thanks?
It was, my initiative was 21.
That is true. Then I'm gonna, because I already rolled, I'm gonna resolve the rats, and then I will resolve your turn. Okay.
Okay.
Very well. 16 and 22 to hit you, Manny Marco. The 22, I assume, he hits. 21 points of necrotic damage, but you have resistance, so it's 11. And 11 from your maximum and your current hit points.
Ouch.
Very well. And with that, Ixtihil, what would you like to do?
All right. So he's going to, as bonus action, attack the fetus god with the tentacles again. So just re-roll that. Where was the stupid spells always hiding from me? Come on. Oh, you're around here somewhere. There it is. Okay. Since the fetus god is already grappled, do I need to re-roll the actual attack rolls, or assume that it's
No, it's already grappled. The creature's already grappled, so you can just squeeze. Very well.
and he is going to fly. Oh, that's the wrong.
As a legendary reaction, this creature is going to shoot back at you.
What now?
With a ray of cold. With a legendary reaction. He shoots, and that's a 30 to hit you for 18 points of cold damage. 18, 1-8.
I am currently in the light, so I do not have resistance.
Very well. So you take 18 and roll a concentration check, please. Very well.
Then
What else would you like to do?
he's going to fly straight up in its face and just stab it right in the middle of its face with his glaive.
Excellent.
And since it is grappled, I think I have an advantage on this.
Yes.
Just gonna go fishing for, no crit. All right, and that's gonna be. Bloop.
Yeah.
So that 6 slashing
Yeah.
plus 4. That's 2 slashing and 4. No, sorry, I need to roll that separately. I always forget that it doesn't do that automatically.
Very well.
6 slashing, 4 force damage
Very well.
that it takes.
You cut its skin.
Excellent. Also, do I get back the since my turn would have been before Lord Seals, do I get back the damage that he did, the psychic damage that he did with his tentacle attack?
Yes.
Awesome.
How much was it?
Good question. I do not remember.
Very well. Let me check here. 29. So you took 15. I'm gonna give you 15 back. However, you wouldn't have reach to you. Very well. With that, is that the end of your turn, Ixtihu?
Yeah.
Very well. It's now the turn of the other Wraith, and it's going to attack Money Markle. And that's 22 and 25, Money Markle.
Yep.
Both hit. Very well. It's 43 points of necrotic damage, out of which you take 22. And you reduce that from your maximum and your current. And that's the end of the creature's turn. And as a legendary action, that fetus is gonna do his crying wail, and everybody gotta do a DC 24 Constitution save to avoid 1 point of exhaustion.
Hey, look at that.
Very well. Arlet, why am I not surprised? Constitution is not your forte.
I've got a +9.
You got a +9 and you're still failing. Yeah, you got a +9. You have a +2 from the auras, because now I have a -4. Manimarco has +4 from the auras. You have a +2. Lumpa and XTHU have +6. So
Oh wait. I topsy-turvied. Are you gonna give me an inspiration off of that 20, or is that not a real nat 20?
that's not a real nat 20.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yep. This happens.
Very well. You are now exhaust 3. So you get 0 benefits from the aura. All your checks have a -6. And your speed. How much was your speed?
I mean, my speed is 30 feet, so it's 0 now, right? Or is it by 5 every time?
No, it's by 5, so -15. So your speed is 15 now. Very well. And you got a -6 on everything you do. Before was a -4, now it's a -6. But the auras were helping you, and now they're not. So basically just
Well, I mean,
rolling normal.
They are. It would be a lot worse.
They're still helping you not to keep rolling. And everybody passed, no one else takes exhaustion. But that exhaustion is gonna kill you if he keeps doing that. Well, the good news is that when he does that, he doesn't do the other legendary actions. And now it's his turn, and it's going to, since you are right there, XTHU, this creature is going to use one of its umbilical cords, and is going to attempt to wrangle you on it.
Can it do that while it's grappled?
Yeah, it can. It uses them like tentacles.
Okay.
And here it comes. There's a 23 to get you.
Yeah, that's just against my AC, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah, that'll hit.
so you get a -7 points of necrotic damage from this attack, and you are grappled. So now he's grappling you back.
As a reaction, I'm casting. He's just gonna wave his finger in a little slashing motion, and he's gonna just melt straight through.
Very well.
Let me find Krail's Rupture in a slot that I can still cast it with. What is this? 6th level? Yeah. Let's make this nasty. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, I didn't mean to cast that twice.
All right.
Trying to, yeah, the first.
So remind us, what does that do?
It allows him to physically, like, whenever he's grappled or swallowed or anything like that, he just physically melts through the body of whatever is holding him or biting him or whatever, and deals a whole bunch of necrotic damage right back to him.
Very well. Very well. And
how much damage was it that you said that he was taking?
he gave you 7 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, I've got resistance since I'm in the.
Okay,
now.
so you get 3 back. Very well. And you still gotta roll a concentration check.
Yep,
DC 10.
and passed.
Very well. And the second attack, it releases that massive burst of necrotic again. And it goes. And everybody got to do a DC 24 Constitution saving throw to avoid those famous 16d8 points of necrotic damage for 72 points of necrotic damage. XTHU, you get inspiration. Arlith, oh boy, Arlith. Now you get no benefit from that. Only inspiration can save you. Manimarco and Lumpa, how much did you roll?
31.
Manimarco, yes. Lumpa, 29. Lumpa, I can't hear you if you're talking. So very well. Lumpa takes 36 points of necrotic damage. You're resistant, right? You said. So 18.
Yes.
Okay, so who is resistance? Lumpa, if you're talking, I can't hear.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm resistant. Sorry.
18 when you markle. Arleth, you need inspiration or you're dead.
Yep.
Does anyone can give inspiration? All right, so when you markle, you can try that again. And that's unbelievable.
I think I should stop giving you inspiration. It doesn't seem to help.
Arleth, you dropped to 0 hit points, and just like it happened before, you go back inside that little chest, and no one has any idea that you are unconscious and dying and rolling for death saves inside. Unbelievable. It's the second time you fall unconscious while reading these pages. Unbelievable. Your thirst for knowledge is just so big, Arleth, that you will die for it.
But is it not suspicious to us that every time this happens?
He's a little raccoon inside a chest that could easily fit 2 of you inside, and he's
closes every time.
well.
This happens.
Actually, it didn't close now. It closed before when Arleth declared, "I'm closing the chest on top of me. I can see in the dark, and I'm just gonna keep reading it."
I didn't realize he declared.
So yeah, he's just reading. He just found something interesting there, and just like a curious little raccoon, he can't keep himself from it.
I don't suppose, perchance, that one of my followers is praying for my good health so I can intervene to save myself.
They're always praying for your good health. That's why you will be reborn in 1D100 years if you die here.
It's kind of answering a prayer.
But that is, of course, if you die here. If you are kept artificially alive so that Lord Seal can perform experiments on you, then that 1D100 doesn't really apply.
It's okay, I can always PWK myself. Well, actually, no, I can't. I just use my last 9th level slot to try and simulacrum myself.
Yep. And you can already imagine, after what he did to Baby Legs Troll, what he would do to you guys. I mean, that troll has some crazy regeneration skills, and they kept that troll alive by keep dissecting it and letting it regenerate and then dissect it again. Fun times.
I feel like a troll would have been a lot of help here. If even just as like a target for them to not hit.
Yeah, it would, right? He just stayed up there. Didn't want to get more in trouble. And we're back at the top of the initiative. And
Oh, I can hit the button again.
you can hit what button?
Just a little bit of healing.
Very
A little
well.
bit of healing button.
Go ahead, Money Marco.
9 health.
9 health. Wow, that's
Still your 9
better.
health. Yeah.
And good.
It's triple what it was the first time.
Very well.
And then I'm gonna do my attacks to demolish some wraiths.
Very well.
20, 17,
Yeah, that hits and hits.
30.
All right. 30 hits as well. So that's 21, 28 on one of them. One of them die. Well, they're already dead.
Technically they're undead, which is not the same as being dead.
That is true. That is true. They've died
If you
once
really
already.
think about it,
And-
think about it,
And the
a
next
death
one
is
takes.
an accident of death.
And the next one takes the blunt of the next attack, but it's still alive. What else would you like to do, Money Marco?
I have my turn, that's all I got.
Very well. And before we continue, we're way past the hour. I'll conclude this session here with you guys still very much in the fray of this fight against a demigod that was grown in laboratory and this crazy science that brought him to life, with Arleth getting ready to roll his death saves as a demigod. Now that's rare. Olith, you should almost pray that you fail all those death saves so that Lord Seal doesn't get you and start to make experiments on you in his laboratory.
I'll get my nat 20. I'll get my nat 20. I'm gonna get out of this chest,
Statistically.
sling one spell off, get that stupid control panel out of here. Actually, I'm too exhausted to get close enough to hit it, but you know.
Very well, very well. Yes, if Loompa was shouting at you guys to hit the control panel instead of the demigod, because that might actually control the life support of that creature, as it's still connected to the devices, so it's not complete yet. It does have demigod powers, but
Yeah, speaking of, when this place lost power, I was kind of hoping that would also affect him.
no, that didn't. That is the one part
got
of the
backup
thing.
power,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
got a UPS.
You would expect, right? I mean, he's raising a demigod laboratory. He's not gonna waste his centuries of research by having a problem with powers, with lack of power. And with but yes, with that, for those of you who've been watching us, thank you so much. If you are one of our new subscribers, you are awesome. If you are one of our old subscribers, you are awesome as well. I'm giving inspiration to all of you. May you all roll nat 20s. Thank you so much for watching. It's a pleasure having you here. And if you haven't checked it out yet, go check our message board. There's a giveaway there with a link where you can click and you can use the secret code you've learned here in our session tonight to get some extra entries. There's a draft. There's more than 15 cool prizes, all D&D related stuff. You can get tickets to come play one shots with us. You can get a digital core rule book for bundle for D&D 2024. There are hero clicks, there are minis, there are Lego minis, there are collector stamps from Royal Mail. There's a lot of cool stuff there. Go check it out if you haven't already. Thank you all for staying with us, and I see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.